Right now, what we need to start talking about regional leaders, mayors, governors. In my mind, we need to start talking about regional alliances.
Yeah.
I don't know what the logistics, what the legal side is of it, but we need to be talking, making sure our National Guards are cooperating or our government officials are cooperating for how do we defend the people in this region in the event that this federal government continues to aggress. What's going on, everybody? It is JJ, AB, Allen, and Matt. The way it always is. The way it always oh my gosh. Welcome back to episode 46 of the Jaam.
46,
guys.
The boy.
We seen the comments. We seen the comments.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I felt loved and you with the WYO Matt. They was like WYO Matt. I was like, you know what I mean? That's not my name, but you know what I mean?
That's what happens when y'all be locking in at the beginning of the episode. Like we be telling you, we said to leave the comments of support. Y'all showed even some love. We also be telling y'all to follow us everywhere. So thank you guys for listening.
Bro, it was so fire. They was like, man, we miss. It was like, it's quiet without him.
Yeah. They was like, I be thinking he be yelling too much, and now I'm here missing Matt.
Now who the geeks ball? Be grateful. That's the lesson.
Bro, it wouldn't be the Jaam without the Jaam, bro. I was literally telling JJ, I'm like, bro, it's never going to feel the same with one of us missing because it's
you know what
isn't the Jaam if it's the jaw.
Exactly. It's not the Jaam if it's the job.
You know what it is each week because it feels distinctly different. But thank you guys for tuning in with us every single week. If you go on to enjoy this episode, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yes, sir. Hit that hype button as well.
Hit the hype button, everything. Allen, it wouldn't be a Jaam episode if you didn't give them the instructions.
Make sure
what they got to do each week. It's been 46. Why are you shaking the jewelry? He getting real classes. Taking the watch in the mic.
It's getting worse by the week.
It's getting worse.
We finna hit that 300K.
Jaam fall off. Coming soon. You know what
I mean?
Shout out Cole. Shout out Cole.
Gang, we got my Matt back, bro.
Of course.
Y'all gotta share this video.
Gotta share the video, bro.
Where can you find us? We can start off with Spotify. I know y'all watching.
Oh, I love Spotify.
Stop running my ads.
Prime. We can hit Acast. Maybe iHeart. Instagram. TikTok. Blue Sky. Twitter. Patreon.
Oh my God.
patreon.com/thejaampodcast.
Thank you to our lovely patrons. If you want to join one, it's like $6. Please do so.
$6.
We would love you very much for doing it.
We got a lot of Patreon content dropping.
Patreon content.
So much.
For
y'all don't even know.
Now until February, gang, you might want to go on that Patreon. I'm not going.
You might have to fork up that $6. Because like y'all paying for Netflix, so imagine being ethical and paying for. Like, you know what I mean?
At least we don't like invest in Palantir, so we should be straight.
Use this DoorDash.
But yeah, of course, you heard the man. Go follow us there and go follow us on all of our individual platforms as well. JWMJ, all platforms.
What you on, Matt?
Yes, sir.
Studios.com.
AB the artist. It's Sersky.
Yeah, Sersky. We are very excited to bring you this jam-packed episode this week. We're gonna talk about the Bears. I know you didn't peep.
I peeped the jacket, man.
But then we're going to talk about A$AP Rocky. He just dropped. Get into all that. Then we're going to get into real meat and potatoes, talking about the Fourth Reich coalescing in Miami the other day. And then we're going to talk about Trump and our standing in the world going to absolute dog shit as we plot invading Greenland. And then we're also going to talk about the return of the Confederacy, which is what we need to be treating this like, and ICE in Minneapolis as the doom of the day. But moving into everything, before we talk about A$AP Rocky, we have to do a fit check.
Fit check of doom.
Let's go in the Jaam format. You know, you got
how you feeling?
off-white.
Off-white.
Virgil. Oh my God, what happened to Virgil?
Yo, this
I've been Virgil rolling. I love fucking West Side Gun. We was just talking about how to get a car.
I bet Virgil rolling in his grave.
You know what I mean? Shout out,
Virgil.
Shout out. But you know, then we got the default, black sweatpants, keep you warm type shit, slacks. Shirt, now keep you warm type shit.
Keep you warm.
Stack.
Million on the net.
Personally, then the rest, know what I'm saying? But personally, this is my favorite piece.
bear down.
Die bears.
I ain't gonna lie, I saw that on your story. I was like, I might need that.
It's
one night.
reversible.
It's reversible.
We wear the same size.
What?
Look like next week I'm in orange.
It's reversible.
Nigga said next week I'm in orange.
But yes, sir. And now polo on the hat. Indeed.
On the
One of the
beanie.
A's can have.
Hold on.
All right, I gotta go for it. You know what I'm saying? Got the Carhartt on a hoodie. I went with the casual, comfort wear today.
Dang,
you know
that's a
what I'm
nice color on the pants.
Carhartt on the hoodie, you know what I'm saying? Chain on the neck. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm saying
One of
no.
them.
Some slice.
A little black shirt underneath, you know what I'm saying?
One of them
Honor the
ones.
gift on the olive green.
Olive. Oh my gosh,
man.
them shoes have been such a part of my life.
Nah,
I've seen them.
Olive green 5s on the feet.
I've been seeing them olive green 5 since I was like 5.
Black Nike socks on.
You know what I'm saying? Nah.
One of them ones.
One of
Just
them
a
ones.
chill little.
Just
It's a
feel
chill,
me, it's
calm
cold
fit.
outside.
It's chill.
Not so chill.
bro.
I don't know what you got
Niggas
on.
on couch.
Chill,
What we
bro.
talking?
I'm
Yeah.
messing with the little loafers, bro. We got the little calm little jeans.
Home jeans,
Got
shit.
the little
Oh my
exclusive
gosh.
jacket y'all never gonna see.
Never gonna
Yeah.
get it, man.
Oh my God, Patek Philippe on the wrist.
You're not.
Audemars Piguet on the wrist.
Nigga,
already know
Audemars
AD
forget,
gang.
nigga.
That bitch is not. Audemars Piguet.
Y'all don't even want this watch no more, gang.
My fault, gang. He take it off.
All good, man. All good, bro. All good. Actually, bro, I'm finna throw this away, man. Nah, it's all good, bro. My mama gave me that shit. My mama gave me that shit. She said wear it on the pod. My mama gave me that shit. You gonna say that about my mama, nigga? You gonna say that about my mama, nigga?
Come shoot your 30 in the
Come
bathroom,
shoot your
nigga.
30, nigga.
Come shoot your 30 in the
We can put an
bathroom,
ad
man,
right on
nigga.
this
Gotta
shit,
run
right?
the 45.
Hey, you put that Patreon ad. We gonna have to run that 30.
Patreon.com/thejaampodcast. Go see them niggas fight. Fuck it.
If you want to see the fight later, exactly. Extra credit.
Oh shit.
Oh my God.
My nigga said
It's all good, bro.
Al, please keep going.
Keep going, gang. Whatever you keep going, bro.
We got the.
Yo.
Go ahead, bro. Y'all see the chain stack, bro?
Look, chain
And the do-
and the do-rag, and the do-rag.
And the dewey, and he got the silk dewey.
Yeah, with the velvet.
Yeah.
Exactly. What you talking about? I know what they
Velvet.
looking at. They
Velvet.
I mean, with the
Velvet.
I need some new earrings, bro. You gotta.
Yeah.
Actually, those earrings.
His earrings
These
is
are
crazy.
fire.
You know what I'm saying? Got to change. Got the reimagined breads. I ain't gonna lie. I need more. They busted now. It's
They
one
about
of
to
them.
drop
It's just so fire.
the new buck version, the like actual OG.
Oh, the OG one.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah.
Oh, say less. Okay, so I get them this year. I got the Hudson jeans on. You know what
Those
I'm saying?
jeans are so fire.
Yeah, Hudson jeans, fat. Or I got the veil tee on. I really just threw something on. Got the veil on though.
Yeah, well,
Chain
back
stack
fit,
of doom.
Doom.
I just washed the tresses.
I'm about to say, they look
Bro, you see how like poofy it look?
Yeah, they do look poofy.
It's because I washed them. It's crazy.
Oh
I
my
washed
gosh.
them 'cause
When was the last time you had a retwist? Because I don't remember the last time I had a retwist. It was like, it's
too
over.
long.
Yeah, it's over like
my
a month.
birthday. Before my birthday.
It was your birthday.
Yeah, before my birthday.
Yeah, so we approached
It's been a
it.
decent, but it was really just the air from like flying and all this shit. It like dried my hair out.
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah.
So I had to wash it, and I'm gonna get it redone. Hopefully in the next few days.
That'd be
Fire.
Once.
Okay, we'll just put that in a place that makes it seem like I didn't forget what we were doing.
Yeah, we for sure didn't forget.
But let's get to the real important news. How was everybody's recent times? I know we just went to a very important
Yes,
breakfast on. Was it on MLK Day or was it the day before?
It was the day before.
day before.
Day before MLK Day. We had a breakfast that we attended. It was the MLK Day breakfast in Chicago, hosted by the mayor, Brandon Johnson. Also had Kamala Harris come through.
We did it,
We
Jaam.
did it, Jaam. She was over there.
I'm not gonna lie. You can't take these.
You
No
can't take
way.
me nowhere.
This-
Alan.
Wild.
No,
we're in there?
No,
Dude, she
this
got on-
nigga Alan, bro. There's some shit he said I can't even say on camera.
No, he was bullshitting. There was just bullshitting, like joking the entire time because we were sitting like super far away from the stage. But I'm just deep and I'm like, this is crazy. Like the fact that we're here this soon and I'm watching like the former vice president, first woman vice president of the history of the country. Like there's two things that going on in my mind. It's like the political disagreements and stances I have, like when it comes to Kamala Harris Bears and like what she represents. And then like the fact that it's cool as fuck that like the first woman to ever sit in that office is on the stage.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting there like processing it. Niggas is making jokes. This nigga Allen, like, and there's no one sitting around us, so you can kind of hear. They talk about we did it, Jaam.
You're gonna be the next president. It was hilarious, bro. It's fire.
I see somebody grandma turn around and say,
It was I respect it though because it's just him,
It's authentic,
bro.
It's what it is, gang.
So we were sitting there. She was giving a speech about like about Trump and everything. It was really cool, at least in my mind, sitting there watching the messaging battle happen.
Yeah,
because you can always tell, like when you pay attention to politics long enough, you can tell kind of people's intentions, what they trying to like get off and everything. It seemed like Kamala was a lot more progressive in her tone and the themes that she was hitting on, pulling from MLK and all types of shit, especially because I feel like, it's my opinion, Brandon being there.
Oh yeah,
definitely light that
fire, yeah.
Message. And
Brandon's
speech. Brandon's
that shit
talking
was
that
one of
shit,
them
boy.
ones.
after the speech, he presented the Jaam like a $50,000 check.
Yo, why y'all believe him? I'm like, what?
It was crazy, man. Bro, he said, it's the Jaam, you know what I'm saying? Here's your check,
Nigga,
bro.
that's
Y'all don't
so
even
crazy.
realize Kamala wasn't even there. It was just us giving
It was
us
crazy.
games.
Yo, bro, you remember when gave us the plate of eggs and bacon? Nigga, that shit was nuts.
Allegedly, we don't want to get sued. That was an experience. Incredibly grateful to the
Boy, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, incredibly grateful
fire.
to the mayor. Again, I'm not a who's like a politician. I pay attention to him a lot, but like I try to judge based off the quality of like work, the good shit you're doing. I appreciate the good sides of Brandon Johnson. I appreciate the administration being willing to like have us there. It was super nice.
No, it was
we
fire.
met so many cool ass people. So many
The
people
love,
local.
bro.
Was giving us so much love. We took a couple pictures. Like it was like out of a movie. Everyone was dressed so nice. It was a lot of just black and brown people mainly like there. It was
This woman came up to us and was like, let me pray for y'all.
Yeah, we got prayed over.
That was crazy.
If you watched this episode, thank you for that.
Yeah,
That was
everybody that we met that
yeah,
day,
we
like,
came up to.
Yeah, that was
crazy,
like,
bro.
that was love.
That was insane. And
because
then,
these needed prayer, gang. Like, one of them ones.
and stomach need prayer.
Can't even be under the weather and shit. A nigga
feel
can't
like-
have a bubble gut.
I feel like when your dog gets sick, you get
I
sick.
get
Like
sick.
y'all
Yeah,
got
it's
some
like a
like
spiritual
Y'all
connection
interlocked,
for real.
man.
Yeah, I'm about to say yeah. That was another thing. Yeah, we've been Ace, who's kind of the unofficial mascot / spirit leader of the gym.
Ace,
Dealing
the
with
unofficial hospice patient of the jail. Nigga. This nigga just sick every week. He's sick. There's something wrong with him.
Show love in the
love that
comments for
nigga.
Ace this time.
We gotta get him on here, bro.
We do gotta.
Let him sit right in the middle.
Put him right here. You know he'll sit right here.
He'll
Curl
just
up right
chill.
here.
He'll curl up right
He
there.
would
You give
curl
him
up
some
right
time.
here.
Start tweeting
It'll be
the
just like
light.
cheesecake when we was with Deontay.
Yeah,
and them.
bro.
Yeah, no, that was an incredible experience. And definitely thank y'all for it. And we're gonna talk a little bit about the messaging of MLK when we get to at least the doom and why it's so important, like what we try to convey to y'all, because it's a lot of weird ass people in this world, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
But before we get to all that,
Da Bears.
it's Chicago Bears. I'm still gonna wear the jacket. The reason why I'm still gonna wear the jacket is because I didn't see, besides the interceptions, I didn't see no negative signs,
Bro.
realistically, bro.
No.
I'm very
what
proud
it-
of them,
That
man.
game showed me that this year, we will be in the playoffs.
Yeah, assuming
again.
they retain.
Here's what
them.
I think.
We're gonna be in the playoffs again. It felt like a loss at first, but it didn't really like feel like one.
I will say, I'll let you talk first, but I think this loss was better than the Cubs loss.
Yeah.
Cubs lost.
Yeah.
Tragic.
Yeah, they were. That,
Don't get me
They just got
started.
That was bad.
They got dick greasy.
Oh my God.
and they lost to a rivalry team, right?
Yeah, so they
Yeah,
beat
you've lost
San Diego in the first round. So the good Chicago sports team this year have been the Bears and the Cubs. The
Bulls doing
Cubs
pretty good.
Oh, the Bulls.
Yeah, Bulls are like I think they're on a decent little win streak.
Are
they're
they?
not doing
Yeah.
terrible. Yeah, they're not doing
Shit.
I think they might miss the playoffs still, but
Oh, I'm like, well, if they do, well, then we can stop talking. Because good God,
Yeah,
oh my
that's
God,
true.
they
Hold on, let
need
me
to get
see.
back in the playoffs regularly. But like,
Damn, they negative, nigga.
Oh, they negative?
21, 22.
21 and 22. Yeah,
that sounds like a
shit.
Bulls season.
Shit.
But
Josh Giddey.
the Cubs made the playoffs earlier this year, as y'all might have seen when we was talking about it on the pod. They lost in the second round to the rival Milwaukee Brewers. Painful. The Bears got past the first round. They dropped off the rival Green Bay Packers. Cool. Played the Rams, LA Rams, in Chicago in like 10-degree weather with like snow and wind and everything.
Yeah.
I seen say that the Rams are gonna put up 50. I seen say that I seen say that the Bears was gonna win because you know they got the environment. That one little girl said we was gonna lose.
Yeah, and it ended up fucking happening.
It is.
Yo, Cardi B
Cursed of
wildin',
doom.
guys.
Cardi
damn
B
it.
did
Cardi
call her a
B.
bitch.
Yeah.
Call that little girl.
Cardi B cursed out that little.
Then
child.
again, though, like if Cardi B
Valid.
cursed out my child, bro, like I'm honored. Like,
I'd rather her curse out a child than like dick suck the president. But
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that shit.
Yeah.
Bro, I think like that game got a lot of people respect after Caleb threw that shit. Everyone had to acknowledge that that
Okay.
was the craziest.
Let's
like,
talk about the
dog.
game. So like the game is close as hell. The reason why I think it was better, it was more heartbreaking, but it was better because the game was so winnable.
That's what's so
if we're
hard.
being
breaking
real,
about
the
it.
game was
Defense
so winnable,
gang,
man.
that was like the best defense I've seen the
defense
Bears
put on a
play
master
all
class,
They
season.
wild.
Like if they keep that defense into the next season, bro,
If we
only
being
God
honest,
knows what the fuck's gonna happen.
Well, this is the thing, right? I think the Bears didn't need to win, and it's like you said because it wasn't a rivalry, right? Like I think the benefit is that, bro, all we wanted, and I think most Bears fans can agree, bro, we just wanted to beat the Packers. That's
Yeah.
all I cared about.
Yeah.
If he would have
Beat the Packers and getting out the first round.
As
would've
long
gotten-
as long as we got past that first round and beat them niggas, I don't care.
Yeah.
I think everything else was bonus. If they would have gotten past the divisional round and got to the championship game, they would have to build Caleb Williams a statue. All that shit that niggas was talking, and in the second season to like take them that far, they were within. They went to overtime,
Like,
gang.
I feel like
we're
even
watching
now,
the fucking.
fourth down,
Nigga.
It's fourth down, and it was like how many? It was like a minute left.
It
or
was
some
fourth
shit.
down,
think
and
it
it
was
must have
less
been
than a
like
minute.
30 seconds or so.
Like
It was
27 seconds.
Yeah, it was like the last play of the game. Season on the line.
And
They're at maybe like the Rams 40-yard line. Or
Not
something.
even. They were like at 20.
Yeah, they were at the 20, but
They're
then
like
he ran
20.
back.
He ran
He
back
ran
to the
back
board.
hella far.
Yeah,
he ran back to like
the
the 35. Like he
This
ran
nigga
back.
turned around and threw it.
This
He
nigga
ran back to, like,
gets
in the bucket.
pressured with the season on the line. Caleb Williams turns around, sprints full speed back like 20 yards, turns around and heaves that bitch to the back left corner, and Komet catches it and
Yeah.
tie the fucking game.
The devil
And
magic
it
shit.
wasn't no
Last
like,
play of the
reach
season.
out and grab or
It was wide
let
open.
me jump and grab. It was in the
In the bucket. At the
bucket.
same time, I do think it was a coaching error, honestly.
Yeah.
I think the only reason why we lost was coaching error.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
There was a lot of
plenty
extra
times
points
where we
left
could have
on
had like
I
field
think
goals.
you-
Why are you going for 4?
This is the thing, right? I think you switch it up. I think Green Bay makes sense to go for as many points, get those 7, because you know Green Bay is gonna put up not only points, but you gotta beat like Green Bay into the ground. You can't just like it's gonna be one of the ones. After we get past that, bro, play good football. That means first, second quarter, bro, punt the ball or take your kick. Because if we would have took 1 or 2 of the kicks from the first, like I remember the first drive because I was watching on my phone, and first drive it was 7-0 Rams, and we get down there and we get it, and it's 7-7 now. And I think right before half we ended up getting a kick.
Yeah.
Or something like that, made it 10-7. But I'm like, why didn't we take the second kick? There was a 4th and 1
Yep.
or 4th and 4 where we were on like
He
the
went
20.
for
I
it
think.
and didn't
I'm
get
like,
it.
I'm like, bro, we should have just took the kick there, bro. It's like those are things that you gotta just understand.
avoid-
Obviously, I'm not a fucking coach.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
but better
but that's a valid criticism.
yeah,
though.
like I just think if we would have got all our points on the board and then even like the 2-point conversion, going for the 2-point conversion.
That's
If you're
what
gonna
I'm
go for
saying.
anything, like
That's
what I was
go
saying.
for that.
At
Like,
that moment
shit,
when
you know what I
they
mean?
get the touchdown and tie the game up, take it to overtime, I think you probably do go for 2. But
If you lose-
my thing is right.
If you lose and you don't go for 2, then it's like
Then the season's over, but it's also like
if
I
you
wouldn't
win.
be, yeah, but if you win that. Yeah, so like I understand it though as well. The reason why I don't dog on the nigga Ben Johnson even too much or Caleb Williams,
Yeah.
or realistically anyone, is because as we were watching the game, I was like, oh no, this is not one person's fault.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it
that
was
nigga-
a collective.
Even
It
that
really
nigga
wasn't.
Caleb.
I had no idea that them Shout out to but bro, when I saw after the fact that they, because I didn't know how we lost, I wasn't watching it. I was just watching the game, like the play-by-play. When I saw that they dropped those catches, I was like,
dang.
nigga.
It was so many good passes.
Caleb
that
Williams was throwing shit off balance a lot, but he was still hitting. Bro, he was still hitting them.
Yeah.
I seen like at least 4 passes that I was paying close attention to that I was like, how the fuck did he almost make that play? But at the end, he's hitting them right in the hands.
The nigga dropped it by the
cold,
end zone.
bro.
It's cold. And that's
cold, bro.
That's the aggravating thing, right? That's what I mean.
should.
It's like, I understand if y'all like beat us in decent weather. These niggas came here and beat us in our weather. I think that was like the most disappointing because we had the advantage.
But you know, these
like,
niggas not really from Chicago. Like, not all of these niggas.
But they've been playing.
They've been playing here.
You
Yeah,
used
but
to
like,
it, but
it ain't been cold like that. We haven't been in a playoff game in January in like,
Yeah.
how long? Like,
Cancun,
yeah, I was gonna say, niggas just said to Cancun right at December 1st. Niggas they out. So it's like,
that's why I'm like, I can never be like too mad at them.
Yeah,
I
it's fine, bro.
I hope
It's
that
so-
the front office retains and re-signs a bunch of them. A bunch of them can become free agents. We just hired a new, I don't know if it's our new offensive coordinator or we hired a new coach who was a college coach. I forgot his name.
yeah,
but they
probably,
just
'cause they ain't
hired
doing
him.
shit. They
Yo,
gonna
I've
keep
been
betting there
seeing-
for a good
Yeah,
2
Ben
years
staying.
at least.
They just
Ben-
need to keep the
Ben-
core.
I've been
and
seeing
everyone
so
else.
much like football content. I've been seeing what's that name? It's like CJ something. He
CJ Stroud?
yeah, they've been like crucified.
They've been frying.
They were like, yo, you need to get him out there. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah,
he
like
didn't-
it's
he didn't do
crazy
great.
how
Oh my
niggas
God,
do
now
this shit.
Matthew Stafford
Even
is
like-
unleashed on the world still. That nigga shouldn't have gotten out of that game. Goddamn it.
Yeah, he shouldn't have.
That was that's critical.
There's plenty points that we could have had, but
But
It's
but
critical.
I'm very optimistic for their season next year. Probably more optimistic
sure.
than I've been in a long time, and that's really good. That's really good. Same thing with the Cubs as well. I've been seeing Caleb Williams and PCA.
Yeah, PCA been everywhere.
Every Chicago sports thing by him and each other. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. They just
Went to the Bulls game yesterday.
You want to know what's something real funny, and then we'll end and go to ASAP Rocky. I just peeped. You remember when I told you the story about how we went to the White Sox game? Me and Shorty went to the White Sox game, my ex. And she was like talking about the center fielder. I think I remember I told that story like a few podcast episodes ago. It was maybe on like podcast like episode 15 or something. The same day I seen that Caleb and PCA was like chilling at the Bulls game or something. The Chicago White Sox traded Luis Robert to the New York Mets. So he's supposed to be like he was supposed to be like the best niggas left on the White Sox. Even though
One
he
of them
was kinda
won.
mid-
Tear down the franchise.
Was he the one that she was?
Yeah.
one of them won.
Go back and watch the episode or put 2 and 2 together. It was just a funny time to see.
Yeah, one of them
It
won.
was bad juju from the start.
But he out.
Yeah.
The White Sox did get another prospect from the Mets and everything.
Hit that nigga with
So,
the pot of greed. Got him out of there.
yo, all in all, Chicago sports is looking pretty decent right now. So yes, keep going, keep it running. But in other news, talking about music, ASAP Rocky,
ASAP Rocky.
the return.
ASAP.
Drop Don't Be Dumb after 8 years of not dropping since
Presidential
testing. Have y'all listened to it?
Yeah, I just finished it on the way here.
Yeah.
I think my best song, that fish and steak was hard as fuck.
Fish and Steak is
That shit
crazy.
was hard as fuck.
And that Tyler feature was like, wow.
That
nigga
Tyler
was
feature
crazy.
caught me off guard. What song was that again?
Fish and steak.
Fish and Steak.
Have you listened to the album yet? No. You need to go listen.
you
To it.
need
I'm
to
not.
listen
I'm
to
gonna
it.
say.
Yo.
Me and this nigga Alan listened to it when it came out in the car, and like I want you to give your thoughts first because that's like your favorite artist.
Okay, so I'm like, I don't know what to expect from this shit, right? I'm like, it's been a long ass time. Like, I don't know which direction he'll go with this. Cause like, bro, he versatile as shit. So we listen, I'm like, yo, this he did his shit. Like, it was fire. I really fucked with Stole Your Flow, which was a Drake diss.
It was.
Off rip. That nigga tried to go in an
Yeah.
interview and been like, it's for anybody. Nigga, it was for Drake.
Drake.
You used that BBL line cause nigga,
for
They always do that. I see even Kendrick was doing that shit back in the day. He was like, really?
really?
Interpreted at anybody. Nigga, stop. You know what you
stop. But you know who
Whoever
you
wanna
Nigga said I
fight
stole
it.
your flows, so I stole your. He's like he stole my flows, so I stole your bitch, and then
Yeah.
like was talking the entire.
And then he was
shit
like,
frying that nigga
niggas
Drake.
getting BBLs. It was just on his ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, I seen the Drake fan response. They're like, can't sell an album without mentioning Drake. Just as usual.
Stupid. I really, bro, I fucked with
you
this
respond
album.
or you don't respond.
Yeah.
Nigga Drake, he'll come up with a steak deal. But I've really fucked with this album because like, and I was saying to them before, like, a lot of people gonna think this album is ass because a lot of people found Rocky through like fashion, not through music, and the fact that
Rihanna,
like Rihanna. So like you have like expectations of almost mainstream shit, but Rocky ain't never been that type. Like I feel like Rocky's always been in a complicated place when it came to music because as much as he made very niche music, but he also was like at the same time like a celebrity. Like he was doing shit with fashion, he was acting, like he was still in the spotlight while simultaneously making that specific like niche music. So I'm already like, yo, like a lot of people not gonna fuck with this because a lot of people ain't never listened to old Rocky shit.
Yeah.
This gave a combination of like old Rocky plus this new one. Like you hear with the new beats, like you hear with the transitions in the songs.
Something
the beat
that
switches.
really impressed me with that entire album was like, I feel like I don't think he compromised. I genuinely don't think if you listen to the album, you come away feeling like, oh, you know, it was additional pressure this time, you know, Rihanna there and whatever. So he put this on there to make it didn't feel like that. It felt like a Rocky album. And I was like, I think the first listen I remember telling her, I was like, it greatly surpassed my expectations. There was the listenability on the album was actually very good, very entertaining, and it felt like that nigga did his shit. It didn't even feel like it was like produced bad or like it was rushed or nothing. It just felt like this the energy that Rocky coming on. That was really good.
That was the worry of like, bro, is he finna make this shit mainstream? That nigga stood 10 toes. Even like the features, he didn't even have a lot of features. He damn near did the whole thing himself.
The majority of the album is just him solo. You got to hear the Brent song. That
song is
bro, it's
oh my goodness.
I'm not gonna lie, that nigga. If you haven't listened to the Rocky album, you might need to go listen to that. I think. Go ahead.
Even like in this, like I like with some of the shit he was talking about. Like he kind of like addressed like being gone for a while and not giving a fuck what niggas saying, addressing like shit happened with Court, with Rihanna.
I'm remembering shit as it's going along. He does this thing throughout the album where he has like a kind of like voice message thing. It's kind of like it's like a narrative piece where he's like talking through like the whole thing and he talking about like not giving a fuck about people and like
nigga, I'm enhancing my shit.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like
I've been saying that shit all weekend. It's this he got this skit and it's this like old talking about how he don't give a fuck about like when nobody think. He was like, nigga, I'm enhancing my shit. I've been saying that shit all weekend.
It was like I remember hearing it like coming after like the first or second song. Like I hope he keeps doing that, and he like kept it through the album and everything. It really felt like they put time into it. I'm like, bang, that's all I could hope for from bro, and that was I feel like
even he had Tim Burton on that shit making the album covers and even the music video. He had dropped a music video for Black DeMarco in Air Force, and it was it was like an animated like real life type of video because Tim Burton is the director of what's that Christmas movie?
Shit.
It's the fucking
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh yeah.
What was it?
Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah,
and like a whole bunch of other shit.
He make hella shit.
I know the name Tim Burton.
Tim Burton, he like a writer too, so he do like hella shit. He just has a style of art that's like super dope.
Yeah, and it you could like literally hear it in the music. Like you could hear on the end. Even Robbery was fucking nuts with Doechii. Crazy.
Hey. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to like, I'm not gonna lie. That's the reason why all the shit talk with like Doechii that we talked about the other week kind of like caught me off guard. Because I'm like, huh?
Oh, caught you off guard.
It caught me off guard because I'm like, you niggas don't listen to the music.
Don't listen to
again.
that
You not really
That
listening,
song
bro.
that him and that her and A$AP Rocky have is very entertaining. One of the most entertaining verses from Doechii I've heard in a minute. So like,
That's fire. I can't wait for her album to drop.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what she follow up with.
Gang.
But
A lot of great music come out.
W Rocky, I'm happy that it wasn't no bullshit because I was
Happy
like,
what?
I'm happy. I'm just happy that it wasn't no bullshit.
Nah, it
bro.
wasn't no bullshit. I fuck with it.
I legit, it was not
Fuck with it
disappointing.
heavy.
So that's-
Can't wait for the fucking press run this nigga about to have. I think I just saw him and we were just talking about it. We saw like a clip of this nigga on Act, so see how that's going.
Yeah, he did tell me that.
He did a thing. I saw like
He was on what?
he was on Academics. And I saw a snippet and he was low key like
What, and sat down with him?
yeah, and he was treating the nigga, but I'm like, why you sitting down with
Niggas
Act?
still
bro? This
sitting
nigga
down with
don't
Act
give a
in
fuck.
2026 gang for your album rollout.
Niggas is real. Nah, man.
We see what that
I just don't like Act.
Yeah.
I don't
I just
like
don't
that.
like
Fuck
niggas.
that nigga.
Geech ball.
This Geechee.
No,
nigga.
I mean my thing is like
He still has a place in the culture, which is so fucking annoying.
but he really don't.
To some, to lost.
That's what I'm saying. To like, I don't even think Act don't even got the respect to like
Yeah, he never has respect.
the OG. That's what I'm saying. Like
not
who?
respect. He just got people that watch him, and that's
And that's what makes him
niggas
to have the
nowadays.
fucking
So
play.
it's like
To sit down with Denzel and Spike Lee and then sit down with Atkins.
it's a different level.
You should have sat on the Jam, bro.
I'm about to say, I'm not gonna lie, that's infinitely better choice than fucking that weird ass.
Act me with Drake.
Yeah.
And then you
That's what Ack said. He had sucked this thing.
Was he talking
like,
shit? Because you said that he sat down with Ack. He definitely gonna talk shit about Drake. Did he say anything in there? Do you know?
I don't know if he did, but I remember seeing some where Ack was talking about like if he comes on here, like we just gonna be talking about Drake, and that's what I mean. Was like, yo, this nigga is the most disingenuous
And then you sit
journalist
down
I've
in
ever
front of
seen.
him.
Like,
Yeah, it was a great album.
He's just
Of
a
course.
weirdo.
yeah, like
He
you don't
just
give a
get
fuck
right
about
back
the
on
music.
strength.
You ain't
Yeah,
never
it
gave a
was
fuck
mid.
about the music.
Yeah.
So he's that type of person.
Weird ass nigga. But yeah, let's leave that
Ozempic.
nigga in 2025 for real. But yeah, that's raw. I definitely fuck with that album, and I'll be listening to it a lot more.
For sure.
Let's get right into all the other shit. So speaking of academics is not like academics is not like a nigga who spawns by himself.
Yeah.
There's
always
a whole,
been-
There's always a
there's a clique of academics niggas that we've been talking about a couple times.
Click of academic niggas.
I just
spawn point.
Anti-academic niggas who
spawn
all like
point of
academics.
academic.
Nah,
niggas.
just Miami.
Mob
Literally just
spawner.
Miami.
Just Miami. Mob spawner of Nazi.
mob spawner of Nazi. And you just got Myron spinning in that bitch. Nut ass nigga.
If you've played Minecraft, you know the reference.
Oh God, you get the
That's
reference.
funny
I
as hell,
commented
bro.
the other day because these niggas popped up in Miami. So the clique of niggas was like Sneeko, Clavicular, fucking
No,
Nick
it was
Fuentes,
Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate.
Tate.
It was basically
Tate.
the DL community. They were all there. They all reunited.
PDF files.
I
traffic,
commented
all that.
under like a Complex
Alleged.
post because Complex posted something about it, and I was like the Fourth Reich looking like JJK character.
Complex
These
posted
niggas-
about it?
Yes, Complex posted about it. These niggas was
Complex
sitting there.
is fully
It's
Like
fully
gone,
there,
fully
bro.
gone.
Yeah.
But they're reporting
Jesus
on them
fuck.
getting banned. What happened with them? Because
Bro.
oh my god.
So already off rip, like, cause usually we've seen this before. Tate does his fucking U.S. press run. Will go on every like right wing kind of media
fleeing charges
interview.
from Romania for sex.
Still dealing with that shit, right? So all those streamers you had named, he linked up with. It was Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate. It was Sneeko. That one, what was his name? It started with a C.
Clavicular?
Yeah,
Clavicular.
Clavicular. If y'all don't know who Clavicular is, he's known
need
for
to.
just
You don't
saying.
need to.
He's known for
a white
just
boy
saying
that says
nigga.
nigga. That's
Nick Fuentes was
He's also
there,
a white
so
boy that
like,
got choked out too.
yeah. So like,
Just
the
like
names
Nick
I'm
Fuentes got
saying
big
is just like it's a whole bunch of Nazis in one room, right?
And they do like the weird looks maxing shit. That's what Clavicular got popping
Yeah.
off of. The looks
Oh
maxing
yeah,
shit.
Didn't he say like he like does meth or some shit, like microdoses on
I'm
meth? or
sure
some
they all
I'm
do
sure
that.
they
Pretty
all
gang.
before they sparked up on stream, they hit a cocaine.
straight
gang.
ketamine. Nigga.
Straight like that. So they're there, right? And bro, you already know when it's that many Nazis in a room, gang. You know what you gonna get.
Clip farm of doom and destruction. They need something to put them in the fucking media, bro.
Yep.
So I wanted to like start off with this because we've talked about Andrew Tate and all of them, and we've made our case time and time again. But I really want to like start with something with like the young men out there. It's like, what man do you really want to be?
Ask yourself that.
And I want to start this off because there's just been this like false idolization with a lot of men influencers and a lot of people not knowing where to go and a lot of people just like
It's taking advantage of people as well because it's like like people's comedy and people's like what is dark humor and what is not dark humor and all type of shit has been so crossed and so blurred that you have a bunch of like 12-year-olds who think that this shit is funny and therefore idle.
yeah.
Like gang, like you can see a shit clip of like a white person saying the N-word, it might catch you off guard one time. But like when you really sit down and analyze the archetype of person that these people are through the shit that they do to keep their name in the media, through the shit that they often talk about in their videos and all type of shit, you realize that it's a lot worse than you think it is. This isn't just like some other nigga that I watch that's funny and you know just no. These niggas are actually, and you can see visibly, these niggas don't got no confidence in themselves.
They have no-
These
They
niggas
have
no
none.
That's the thing.
no,
That's
at
the
all.
thing too. It's like all of those type of creators try to preach. Oh yeah, you get your confidence up to talk to all these women. Get all these women. Get all the money.
This
Get all
nigga
this.
Clavicle has gotten, I'm pretty sure he gets like plastic surgery. He got like, that's why he looks the way he does as well. It's like the looks max. He done had like
hella like facial
deep,
like
insecure.
all
just
this,
deep
like,
insecurity.
from their own ways in from a
Mind you, the
position of
nigga
deep
like
insecure.
what? He's not. He can't be over the age of 25.
No, I think
all
he's
this,
like
alpha male talk. These niggas talking, bro.
Because people be beefing with like women, like
19.
streamers talking about like how they look and shit in comparison. Because that
he
nigga
was
be
on
like,
he was on this stream grabbing this girl's like asking if it's like real or not.
oh,
Bro, it's wild. And I want to start off with saying this. I saw a Josh Doss video recently. He was talking about how like a lot of men confuse masculinity and almost place cruelty to it instead of compassion. I want to start off with the first clip.
shout out Josh Doss, by the way. He been doing some crazy.
Yeah,
I want to start off with the first clip that we.
To be fair, Nick's the fucking man.
Yeah, bro, we shifted the Overton window so big, you don't even realize. Now you just sit here and go, women can't drive, like it's no big deal. That literally got me locked up.
No, I know what you guys did. Yeah,
You young
I appreciate that. Yeah, you guys did me.
And they still can't drive. 5 years later, I've been telling them. They're still shit.
Yeah, I don't know if Renee would be alive today if she didn't drive that day. and who was her wife? She was with a wife. She was with a woman. Failed.
Wait, are they
She had
talking
a good
about?
husband. She would have
Renee
been
Good.
inside.
You're talking about Renee Good.
He would have went around the car. I agree with you. Minneapolis is in fire right now because of fucking women. Retarded.
Driving is the worst thing ever, bro. I need a driver.
They don't believe any of
False?
that.
They don't-
Y'all have
false?
seen 4 niggas sit on the couch and talk to each other when they like each other.
I've never seen.
Y'all have seen 45 episodes of that.
I've never seen so many niggas that are rich as hell, supposedly the best type of man they can be.
Got influence,
got all the
PUBG.
influence,
Yeah.
all this shit,
Yeah.
and they are the lamest niggas on
That
earth.
like
False?
You can
Them
just,
I
niggas,
damn
bro,
near
my
had like
nigga.
secondhand
Yeah,
embarrassment.
it was embarrassment
looking
because
at
he
you.
just said it
No,
to get a
It's
reaction.
embarrassing, bro.
You can
You just
easily
said
tell
it.
when a nigga is fake laughing and when a nigga doesn't find some shit funny. You niggas are trying to put on this performance.
What he just said,
bro,
right there had nothing to do
Yeah,
with
had
the
on
conversation.
purpose.
nothing to do
Nothing
with
to do with the
Bro,
conversation.
you want to know how they talk about how niggas
Lame
virtue
ass
signaling?
niggas,
You know how people be like virtue signaling?
Yeah.
That's like Nazi signaling.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what they do. This nigga said they locked me up because I said women couldn't drive. That's not why they locked you up, gang. They locked you up because they was
didn't like
investigating
that.
you for sex trafficking charges. Let's not get the shit twisted, gang. It had
And I
nothing to
think
do-
what's and
Wait,
that's
but
what I
what's that
mean,
one-
right?
What's that
What you
one
had just
kid? He's
said.
like, is that your man's? Got locked up for sex trafficking.
Oh, yeah, one nigga.
Hey, you know, got your mans. They got your mans on sex assault charges. Yeah, the nigga you be hanging with. The nigga you be hanging with.
The virtue signaling, it's hilarious because like at a time, like these niggas in this circle don't even like each other.
Hell no.
Mind you, Sneeko was right there chilling. Sneeko been beefing with the Tates
He
for
literally
months.
just said
And-
like
and
a few months ago that I'm done with them and
I'm
their
done
whole
with them.
thing.
Literally, he was just on Tate's ass about because Tate was sitting there talking about, yeah, America needs to invade Venezuela. We need to invade Greenland. We need to do whatever. He was like, how are you going to say that when you're not even like in America?
Wait, so
you're
the
talking
nigga,
about American policy.
So the nigga who called everyone else a bot for a decade is a bot?
and it's
Yeah.
still hanging around with those same niggas,
Sit there
guys.
on the
False.
fucking armchair like a good bitch, laughing at this shitty ass joke, and then Myron with the big
Case in
brain
point.
take. Yeah,
branded degeneracy to express your cruelty.
Yes.
Yep.
Can we go to the next clip?
Yeah.
Branded degeneracy to express your cruelty.
Let me
That's
throw in a
it.
little trending topic to signal my Nazism as well. Renee Good.
Let's
wouldn't
see
have
this
died.
clip.
Woman-
This is, mind you, I haven't even got to the bread and butter. Nigga, we haven't even made it to the club.
This isn't the worst clip
This
I've
is
seen.
the second clip. Can
This
we
is
watch this
like-
clip?
The funny thing is, no. Can I say what?
Like,
what
this
the
shit
thing
is
about
so
Myron is?
lame, bro. Like,
This little bitch ass got turned away from Turning Point USA because guess what? You're brown. They don't care where you
fuck
from.
about you, bro.
I'm from Sudan, but I actually no to them nigga brown.
No,
you're
nigga.
nigga. You're not in this bitch. You're a
Yeah.
Muslim. You're not in
You're
this
not
bitch.
even. The
Yeah.
way you sound like you're from Kentucky, nigga. You're
Gang.
not Sudanese. Like what?
The fact that this, mind you, Myron not even his real name. The fact that this
not
is
even.
sitting in this bitch and doing and saying shit like that to fit in with these niggas, and they're not even going.
They're not even
Have you
looking at
No
you.
one raised
Bro.
their hand with
No
them.
one.
No, you're
Because,
just
like,
crashing.
this is
your-
not-
Hey, this is not
cringy.
just a political disagreement, gang.
Look at
I'm
this.
looking
Look,
I'm
look,
looking at
everybody laughing.
I'm
Nick Fuentes
laughing
is-
at you,
Nick
gang.
Fuentes is looking away from the
Embarrassed.
camera.
Bro, you're making
embarrassed.
4 niggas who don't who don't give a fuck about nothing evidently embarrassed of you. You know when a nigga is the weakest nigga in the group and then they overcompensate?
Yeah.
This is like a high school child trying too hard to look
trying
cool.
to fit in. Trying to fit in.
This nigga, they're all Nazis. He's the only one doing the Hitler salute saying,
and you know what's crazy?
They find it cringy.
I was going to say, trying to be something that you don't even know who you are, gang. Because you aren't a real fucking person, bro. You hide behind the money. And that's what I mean by this false idolization is like, y'all need to see these people for who they are.
Like, look at
Can
this
we go on
dynamic.
to the next clip?
Nigga Tristan Tate was facing sex trafficking charges and he's face palming right now.
Can we please go to the next
He
clip?
held his head high through the charges. He couldn't hold his head high through this nigga dialing on a party bus, gang.
Y'all niggas was in prison.
Oh my God.
Can we watch this clip?
Nah, I bet you they all gonna be for it.
Sing it. Why aren't y'all singing it? Y'all all be
Look at Tate. Tate not doing nothing. Myron's still the only nigga holding his hand. Oh, there. Oh.
No fucking rhythm.
They all saying nigga, by the way. They all saying
No.
Now,
Sneeko probably is, maybe clavicular, but every one of them are even too to say the words that they be saying on live out loud. None of them was saying nigga, and no one else in the club was singing that song.
No one was. Everyone
Nick
was like,
Nick Fuentes Raven. That's not even your hell,
and
gang. What's that?
That wasn't the
But when we on the podcast, you be seeing him do that shit quick.
But when we on the Patreon, he be the blacks got to be locked up. There's not a woman in that vicinity. There's not a woman approaching that section. And you niggas look like you're awkward to be there, gang. This is what happens when a bunch of people who preach incel ideology, which is based on not interacting with half the population, has to interact with some of the population. You can't even define yourself, gang.
Alpha male, macho man, Randy Savage ass shit they be preaching. Them niggas, they
I ain't never seen niggas more awkward in the club. Nigga, we're younger than all of these niggas. And we've had a section,
because
and I promise you it didn't look like that.
The only thing to y'all
the fuck,
is
bro?
money.
The only thing to you is money. You know why? Because I'm sorry, one more point. The thing is, when we have gone places, the love we have gotten shown is because there will be somebody there who knows us and probably fucks with the podcast, right? That is something that you niggas do not get. In fact, they've been trying to ban these niggas since this happened.
Yeah. Get into it.
So after this club shit, right? I saw the clip and I'm like, yo, like if y'all don't know what the song was playing, it's called Hail by Ye.
They requested it.
Yeah, they personally requested it, and the DJ played that shit. So after the owner of the club,
DJ set anywhere, man. You're done.
The owner of the club and a lot of people that was like in the club scene in Miami had hit like all of them up in like an outrage. Like I even saw Dave Portney was fucking saying like, yo, I'm gonna sue y'all and X, Y, and Z.
Barstool?
Yeah, from Barstool. Saying I'm gonna sue y'all. And it's so funny because like once white people get offended, then they'll really like take
these
into
niggas
action.
Will spend every single these niggas will be like, yeah, well, Hitler's running for president. No, I think that there's really everyone's acting too outraged about this. You know, you gotta give
all
him
the
a
stuff
chance.
that he's saying.
Hitler wins, then the Hitler supporters come. I'm gonna sue y'all. What are we doing?
What are we talking about? Sneeko was on stream, and they ended like the owner from the bar ended up calling nigga and was like, yo, you can't come here, like you are banned. And then started more people coming. The fucking mayor at in Florida had hit this nigga up, was like, yo, like you need to apologize or like you are not welcome in this city. And was basically saying that to everybody that was involved with the shit. So you would think all of them would double down, right? They all kudos. No, Andrew Tate went on PBD, Patrick
Bet David?
Bet David, yeah, he went on his podcast and was basically was like, I have nothing to do with that. Like, that shit had nothing to do with me. He was like, that had nothing to do with me. Hold on, I want y'all to hear something.
Hold on, let's hear it.
It had nothing to do with me.
Goes out to all of you. You know, I'm kind of thinking we should bring the Nazi salute back.
Guys, they're not real people. They're not serious. They're not serious. They're not serious.
Oh, God.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't even have a unified strategy in being Nazi.
They don't
because guess
care.
what? There's no brotherhood in this shit. There's no wider goal we're trying to accomplish. We're just up our own asses. That's what it is. And we're standing in the midst of each other. You niggas can't even hold it together. How are we all advocating for being Nazis, but none of you niggas want to claim this shit?
Niggas will sit at home and watch this shit and be like, oh my God, this is what a real brotherhood is. Tate and them never gave a fuck about y'all. Tate has been trying to get in American right-wing media politics since like he started. And no one was going for that before.
I mean, you heard what they said in the beginning of the thing. They said, oh, you know, we shifted the Overton window. Bro, that's all these people care about.
That's all you
pushing
care
this
about,
agenda,
bro.
pushing this agenda. And I'm glad that you started with the youth and young men because that's who it's going to. That's all they care about. And if there was anything that maybe you're a Tate follower, maybe you like Sneeko, whatever it is, if you don't think that these niggas are trying to keep y'all in this mindset,
they trying to keep you in a shell, bro.
He said it right there. He said, yeah, we shifted the Overton window to the point that it is right now.
And it's like any nigga that's telling you Matrix anything probably is keeping you in the Matrix.
That's
like
literally
the shit that pisses me off about that is because, and the reason why we have to keep talking about these niggas is because you're right, it's not about these niggas. It's not about Nick Fuentes or Andrew Tate in particular. We already know what them niggas have to offer. It's the audience. And the audience matters because that's the people these are people who are shaping the values of the kids who will go on to fucking vote, right? So when this is affecting our demographic, first and foremost, and I'm watching these fake, fraudulent, inconsistent ass niggas who arguments don't fucking make sense, who sound like they chopping logic just to provide that bravado and that strength and that smartness, I can first-handedly understand how that affects a young man because I've been watching these niggas do it for a decade.
For the longest.
I vividly remember when I was in college, like I've never been a nigga who listened to none of them about like the masculinity shit, the red pill shit, none of that. I was like heavily against it. But I remember at one point in college, like really coming to realization that I'm like, I know that shit is bad and that shit is wrong for all the reasons that I've like seen already. But I don't have like an answer for myself. Like if someone asked me like, yo, what's your advice on like finding your masculinity and like defining it and da-da-da, I like would have to think, obviously, because I hadn't thought too much about that like in college. And I remember dedicating the mental space at that time to really find what like made me comfortable, whether that's clothing or like all types of shit, like how I talk to people, like just finding that and exploring that. And you find that with time. These niggas are trying to sell you a roadmap that you should be following. Anyone telling you that already probably has your fucking worst intentions at heart. But then you hear the shit that these niggas actually be saying and the fact they don't even match up with their fucking lie. These niggas are all talking about bringing back the Hitler salute. The Hitler shit was for Aryan people. Blonde hair, blue eye, which none of these niggas in this
none
video
of y'all are.
This nigga Tate ball.
This nigga Tate ball. This
Bald
nigga Somali.
bald
This
nigga.
nigga you
Why ain't got
black.
no hair up there? Stupid
This
ass.
nigga Nick Fuentes Mexican gang. Like.
And then even with and I like what you just said. I like what you just said, bro. I ain't doing numbers. I like what you said of like these niggas will sell you anything, and like I don't even think a lot of the time like these niggas be like they don't even be intentional with it. Like Sneeko had ended up making a response.
Sneeko's just a dumbass.
Sneeko made a response.
He's a useful idiot. He's a very useful idiot.
Sneeko had made a response about everything happening and basically was saying like, I'm not apologizing for this. Basically doubling down and was like, well, I'm not going to like apologize because at the same time, like y'all promote Chicago and New York gang culture with the music and y'all promote degeneracy with women and becoming hoes. And what I want to say, bro, and what I want to say, right? And this is what I meant by the branded degeneracy. Because as much as y'all sit here and talk about how bad the West is falling, it's degeneracy, it's this, that, and this and that. Look at the people around you. Let's start off with Tate. The same hoes that y'all hate, Tate made millions off of them. And Tate was a pimp. And y'all all know that, and y'all congratulate Tate for that. Y'all congratulate that, and y'all demean the said hoes that he made millions of dollars on. And this nigga got charges.
These niggas, that one nigga, the nigga Fishback, James Fishback in Florida, he been blowing up. He been blowing up in them circles about taxing the OnlyFans models.
Myron, and you wouldn't have a podcast without those hoes y'all hate so much. No one would come see your dumbass book or your podcast without those said hoes.
I can
so as much
Myron,
as like, as much as y'all talk about like how the West is falling, how women need to be better. Look at y'all. Y'all are on the same thing and y'all spread the same propaganda. This matrix-based model is the matrix is only to keep you, like you said, in the matrix. They would rather you poor so they can keep making money off you. Yep. They need you to stay a virgin. They need you to stay lonely. They need all of this from you.
The matrix is the counter narrative. How the fuck are the niggas who are sucking the billionaire class right now the counter narrative? Ask yourself if they're aligned on that side with Peter Thiel and all these who trying to build fucking towns in Greenland and shit. How are these the counter narrative? They have bastardized and weaponized the cool cultural factor that comes from feeling like you're part of the counter narrative to sell you the language of the oppressor. That's all their fucking job is to recycle you these little easy to grab on, easy to put on little one-liners that you can live by until you become like 17, 18 and you realize,
and it's like,
you're done for at that point.
And what people don't understand about it is, because a lot of people say, well, why do they need to sell that? Like, there's no need to it. Well, maybe in the 30s there wasn't a need to it unless you were just straight up racist, whatever you thought, whatever you want to be. Why would a Myron be there? Why would a Nick Fuentes be there, bro? Because with the age of the internet, you can make millions off the shit.
You can make hella money.
Make millions off the shit, perpetuating these same fucking culture wars.
As long as it gets clicks.
As long as it gets clicks, and as long as the message is still getting out.
And then they'll get on. I was gonna say real quick before you go on Sneeko. Then they'll get on their high horse about the degeneracy shit. Like, I like what you were talking about because like they talk about black culture, they promote hip hop and all types of shit, and that's degeneracy, which is funny because you brought up the whole thing with the OnlyFans models and how that's the similar fucking thing. You know, rappers are known for being around women and all types of shit. You niggas try to copy that same aesthetic, but even on top of that, hey guys, the reason why you don't listen to Nazis is because they haven't thought past step one. What do you mean they promote degeneracy within the culture? I was telling you this the other day. You know what other music genre has less than glamorous images and themes and messaging?
Like every music.
All of them. Including the ones that white people do as well. But we never talk about rock, heavy metal, fucking.
But you never talk about that.
We never talk about. And what they say, they was already mad at the Super Bowl with Bad Bunny, and now they got Green Day as well. And Green Day has a song where they did said, the no fascist USA, like the whole anti-Trump chant or whatever. Because there's political messaging, there's sexual messaging, there's drug reference, there's all type of shit in every goddamn fucking genre of music. It's only problem when niggas do it.
Also, even though we still know who consumes the most.
And then it's 70% consumed by white people anyway.
You don't even want to talk about. You don't want to even talk about the infrastructure of even how that is.
Because it's a made-up talking point for clicks. Yep. It makes Sneeko and them look less bad for saying Nazi this, Hitler that, because look, y'all get to say I kill people on the shit when that's music artistic expression versus a political expression, that political expression being we should kill minorities, gang. That's why it's treated differently. Stop acting like it's just a difference of opinion. You get away with that when you enable it with this weak mealy mouth ass language. These niggas be acting like they fucking intellectuals and this shit pisses me off. Every single one of these niggas is dumb as a laundry.
And that's what it means. And I started off with like, yo, like, what man do you truly want to be? Because clearly, like, the word masculinity has been so confused and it's been all over the place because you see through these niggas' cruelty, through their dominance. You see even with Sneeko, the fact that Sneeko didn't want to apologize. This nigga wanted to double down on his ignorance and defend people who don't even like him. Do you know Tate went on PBD and said Sneeko was a crybaby and causing problems. Kanye, the nigga you promoted his song, that nigga kicked you out his camp and said you weren't shit. And you're doubling down on your ignorance because you want to expose your idea of masculinity and being this cruel, dominant man and thinking you're right. When in the case, gang, you have never been right from the start. You are lost, and you have been lost.
You're not a model for masculinity either.
None of y'all are a model
all this masculinity. Look at them niggas in the fucking clip.
Y'all say y'all
talk to nobody.
Y'all couldn't even talk to each other. Can we go to the next clip? Let's see this, bro. Like, it's half y'all niggas is virgins in that club.
Yo, Nick, I'm gonna bring some girls over for you.
I'm good, man. Please, no. Please, man, please. All that hard masculinity these
are
preaching. You can't even interact with women.
These are the people y'all are idolizing. It's not a matrix. It's not a system. It's nothing. These niggas are Nazis, racist, homophobic. These are everything you can define in the book.
These are your end product. These are what happens when you don't have niggas like us get to you first.
Yep.
Yeah.
As young men.
Because
That's what happens.
the
Because
movement.
I'm looking at the shit. Niggas said I'm gonna bring women over for you. He says no. You wanna know what that is? I don't know whether or not. I don't know the nigga's sexuality. They said that he might be bi or gay or anything. I don't give a fuck about that. My issue is, again, here we are, virtue signaling. Nazi signaling. He says that because there's a camera on him and he spends all of his day long talking about women are actually really bad to deal. I can't really be around women. You know, women are da-da-da. And then when he's caught, niggas like, yeah, let me bring some women up. Nah.
That's what's so funny.
He can present himself as this morally consistent man.
The
red pill movement
can't speak to a woman.
You can't speak to
women.
It's so funny how the red pill movement started off of self-improvement. It started off of like, you know, men do this to be better and this is how you make the male loneliness epidemic better. If that's the case, why has everyone become Nazis? Why are we saying hell? Because it's propaganda. Look at these people's intentions. They never care.
The
from
intention
start.
is for you to be a
These
social
niggas run MLMs and will make a profit off you.
Yep.
They have never cared.
The intention is to be a social outcast, because when you're a social outcast, that means you don't have other people in a society to tell you about these people.
Yep.
You don't have any other thing
You're
to challenge
lost.
your viewpoint, and you get to feel like the main character.
You're in the
You're
Matrix.
one of the special niggas who are.
You're in the fucking
leaving the
Matrix.
Matrix. Yeah.
It's
Crazy,
so
nigga.
so
It's
easy.
fucking wicked
I
how
think
they
people
do
need
it,
to
bro.
understand this. It's so easy to influence the lost.
It's
so easy, bro.
how
When
they
you
make
don't got a
a
lick of hope in your life, you gonna listen.
When
Damn,
you don't got
wait.
no guidance, you gonna go anywhere
And
for
that's-
guidance,
and
then
that's what I
stumble
mean.
across these niggas, you're done for.
Yeah. And like the whole brand shit, it's like, yo, they hide from money to express whatever they want to. Don't let the money, the diamonds, the hoes, the cars, whatever, don't let that be a point to where you think you need to get into this so you can have that. No, gang. Because like, yo, these niggas really got sexual traffic charges. These niggas really went to prison. They really saying nigga. They really doing these things and harassing women on a day-to-day basis. I just saw Myron Gaines on a live like talking thing, and he was just putting the salute. And he was just saying to this girl, he was like, oh, I don't give a fuck what you're talking about, talking to this girl. And I'm like, this is where we're at.
Mind you, they all do. Because how did they make that the mills and get the diamonds and get the cars?
Same shit.
And
By
then you
centering
use,
your
and then
entire
you
life
use
around
like
these talking
literally the
points, around
same
these
shit.
topics, around these
They've been doing the same shit for 10 plus
shit.
years.
They are literally living the life that they telling you shouldn't be living while trying to get you to like hell or some shit. Like,
What are you talking about?
It's so
They be sitting there
annoying.
being like,
Y'all
don't
are-
go to
y'all are-
parties, don't go to clubs, don't go to party.
Go
and then
money
y'all
off
are
that
at
and take
party
spend at the
and
club.
clubs to advertise.
It's a finesse, nigga.
Y'all use censorship
Finessing
to
you
try to
niggas.
excuse this, bro. Y'all are literally the same people that y'all talk about of getting out this matrix in this system, and they keep you locked up.
Yeah.
Y'all are on the same time.
Because
They are the
method.
matrix.
Y'all are
That's
the
You're the
Matrix
method,
right
nigga.
there,
These
yeah.
niggas are all the method, and they will make you the method, nigga. You'll get taken for
What are we
99.99,
talking about?
nigga.
This nigga can't talk to
Three
her.
bands
This nigga
to have a
can't
fucking
talk to
phone call,
women.
nigga.
This nigga can't talk to women. The other nigga is a virgin. Myron just got his girl took by a nigga who rollerblade. Wait, I think,
mind
and then the other dude, what's that other fat nigga? He be on Fresh and Fit.
the other nigga, the nigga.
Yeah, he ended up getting,
Franklin.
he got a girl pregnant. It was like, I'm not finna be there for the kid. False idolization. Wake
I'm
up.
not gonna
bro.
lie.
And they be the same niggas that all these deadbeat black dads.
Again, it's none of it
Jesus.
fucking matters to these niggas, bro. It's
Gang.
just a person. It's a persona that these niggas put on to perpetuate their own wealth and perpetuate your own misery, and that's how they
Yeah.
need to be fucking treated.
Yeah.
Like these niggas are pariahs. And I was gonna say, let's talk about
Lame
the
ass
niggas who
niggas,
they
man.
be dick sucking, acting like that they're not in the Matrix, dick
Yep.
sucking the president and that entire side of the aisle. I want to move into the fucking standing of the world and
Yeah.
what we're planning.
The medium doom, nigga.
Because all these niggas who, mind you, have ridden this Trump
Jesus
wave all the
Christ.
way to prominence, but are actually the ones rebelling against society, have had nothing to say about the fact that we're turning into legitimately Nazi Germany with our with our threatening every single fucking country that borders.
Third world country shit.
Third world country shit. So, where does this start? This starts with the Nobel Peace Prize. Right? Keep that in mind. Nobel Peace Prize. This man, Trump. So, I think, when do they do like the nominations for the Nobel Peace Prize?
I'm not sure. Isn't it like every year? I don't
I
know.
don't even know if
They-
they nominate. I think they just give it to you.
They just give
Yeah,
that
they
shit.
don't do
They do
nominations.
some
Yeah, they
podcast.
just give it to
It's
you.
some other
But
organization
yeah,
that does
you got to go through this like criteria of establishments and accomplishments or whatever.
Yeah.
But let's see. So the Nobel Peace Prize is awarded to by the Norwegian Nobel Committee. It's like around 5 members, and they select one person every year, right? So I think last year they select Maria. She is a Venezuelan activist.
She was the head leader of pretty much the opposition in Venezuela, who's been super business friendly. She's like, yeah, we got to get the American companies come in, They banned her from running in Venezuela, but like she has like no support amongst the populace. There's a whole bunch of conflict there with her, but yeah, they gave her that.
How'd she win that in the first place? One of them ones.
Look up what Maria Corina Machado did, because she didn't do shit to deserve that award.
I remember making a video about it. I was like, okay, that's fire, because at that time Trump, he was bombing the boats and shit in Venezuela. So I'm like, okay, you bombing boats in Venezuela, saying Venezuelans are bringing drugs over to the country, then a Venezuelan wins the Nobel Peace Prize and not you. I'm like, okay, that's fire. And then I seen her, oh yeah, we love Trump. Whoa.
Yeah, no, she actually wants the boats to be bombed. She wants the Americans to come in and then bang out.
The fuck is going on here, nigga?
Yeah.
Some bullshit. I'm like, whoa, okay. So that happens. Nobel Peace Prize is given to her. And, like the whiny bitch that Trump is, he's like, should have been mine. It's my
Which he's been on this ever since.
Toy bag.
He's been on this ever since Obama won it.
Yeah.
Everything that nigga did has like burnt a seething like thing inside this nigga. That's why he started his career going after him.
So then, right after that happens, just recently he sent, what is it, the Norwegian Prime Minister a letter.
Just on some.
Let's look at what he said. He says, Dear Jonas, considering your country decided to not give me the Nobel Peace Prize for having stopped 8 wars plus, what wars did this nigga stop?
8 wars?
Somebody inform me, please.
We just making shit up.
We've been making shit up.
He said as soon as he gets in office on day 1, he's going to stop the Ukrainian war. He's going to stop the war in Middle East. Those are still going on to this day.
Don't you realize it was a ceasefire?
Ceasefire that got violated like 15
Israel
times.
been bombing these niggas
still.
Just for fun.
Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Oh my God.
Not only that, the Sudanese war that's going on right now, he ain't stopped that.
He bombed Nigeria.
Nigeria.
All right, gang.
Bomb Venezuela. You have a war in your own country now.
And then you kidnapped the president of it.
It should have been like, Dear Jonas, considering your country decided to not give me the Nobel Peace Prize for having started 8 wars plus. Yeah, you started
8, nigga. You stole 8 tons of oil, nigga. I can't believe it.
That the oil companies in the U.S. can't even use because they don't have the equipment to
bang out.
Yeah, bang out. So I no longer feel an obligation to think purely of peace, although it will always be prominent, but can now think about what is good and proper for the United States of America. Denmark cannot protect that land from Russia or China. Oh my God, this nigga's so dumb. This nigga's so dumb. It's like, this is NATO that we're in. The reason why nobody has touched Greenland was because what? Denmark has Greenland.
And we're in NATO.
We're allies.
We're in NATO.
Allies with them.
So
China has no interest of taking Greenland.
Nobody
Neither
wants Greenland
does
but us.
And
because
Greenland was not a talking point until this year.
If China or Russia unilaterally decided, I want Greenland, well, there's a North Atlantic Treaty Organization that says that every member of that would have to simultaneously attack one of them niggas for doing that. That's why they haven't done none of that, and that's why there's been no interest in doing that.
Exactly.
Because you didn't give me the Nobel Peace Prize? When Putin fucked up, it went in Russia. He's trying to say that there's ethnic Russians there. That's not a justification for invading this country. Denmark didn't give me the Peace Prize. So are you attempting to set up precedent for invading by saying a peace prize, gang? If you don't think this nigga's senile, there's something wrong.
No. He needs to be like
25th Amendment.
Yeah, 25th Amendment. Get that nigga the fuck out of here.
When you have when you got to get that nigga out there for lack of mental fortitude, nigga, he's done for. Nigga, his brain is mush, gang.
He then goes on to say like there's no written document and yada 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 whatever.
China,
who the fuck cares?
Denmark and shit cannot protect it, as though that's up to the United States to determine. And as if that. You want to know who couldn't defend themselves from America? Jamaica couldn't.
Yeah, like
No one in this hemisphere.
there's literally so many different points that's so dumb about it.
It's might makes right. That's just what it is.
It makes
it's
you
like
laugh.
This entire thing is just him ruining a whole bunch of relationships with different countries.
I mean, he's ruined every relationship with. I'm almost 100% sure, like 90% of the world don't fuck with America.
Yeah.
They already didn't fuck with America beforehand. Now, like,
Nah, they
we
really
are
don't fuck
fully,
with us
like,
now.
Yeah,
He
no.
fucked it with
So
Canada,
then-
gang.
He fucked
Now-
with Canada.
Yeah.
That's hard to
How
do.
you fucking with Canada?
with Canada?
They got maple syrup, eh?
These niggas fucked it with Canada. But go ahead. Are you gonna talk about some of the billionaires? Because we'll talk. That's a whole other thing. But go ahead.
Yeah. So then there's talks about him leaving NATO and doing all this extra shit. And if he were to invade Greenland, it would basically demolish NATO. He decides to bring up this thing called Board of Peace.
The fuck is that?
It's a fucking membership for the whole world.
Wait, what?
What you mean?
So the Board of Peace, right? He says the membership fee is $1 billion.
Wait,
by
he's
the way.
creating.
Yes.
He wants.
Yes.
He wants to
Oh,
create
like a new
board.
NATO
He wants
that
to-
Yes.
people have to join called the board.
Yes.
They have to pay
And
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
$1 billion to entry. If you want a permanent seat, $1 billion. You might as well just call it "Give me $1 billion."
We can't even call this late stage capitalism. This is hell.
He wants to put everybody. He wants to put every country on a membership.
This
It's
bitch
like-
ass nigga said, "Yeah, pay $1 billion for we not nuke your shit."
He started the letter with not getting a Nobel Peace Prize. How the fuck did we get?
and then said, "The only way I'm gonna be cool with y'all niggas, you bribe me $1 billion, gang."
You remember when like that one clip with you remember Jay-Z referenced it, the one clip with Farrakhan and George Wallace, when that nigga George Wallace is talking about like Nigeria is one of the most corrupt countries. What are you talking about? And Farrakhan's like, nigga, do you know what America is? Like, you don't talk about that shit when the shit that we've done.
Yeah.
yeah.
People at that point, even a lot of like liberal people at that point, might look at that and be like, he reaching, because obviously we're not like Nigeria, supremacy, Western. The president of your country just said, hey gang, you want me to not invade another nigga?
Give me a bill.
Give me $1 billion during this board of peace I
this
just
is
made
like-
up, gang. This is like a military junta. It's like we just had our shit
And-
overthrown
no,
in the
no,
middle of the night.
and
And some
listen-
fat nigga sitting on the throne like, give me a bill.
Listen to this shit.
Literally the same
Listen to this
thing,
shit, bro. Not only did he make the Board of Peace, he says Trump will serve as the indefinite chairman of the board.
Definite.
Wait, hold on. Look. Indefinite chairman of the board, which could last beyond the duration of his second term as president. He will be replaced only due to voluntary resignation or as a result of his death.
What? Is this nigga trying to like voodoo his way into being a
Gang.
dictator for life?
This
Gang.
nigga's trying to be
nigga's
he's
actually
trying to
trying
be
to
God,
be like
bro.
a dictator.
He's trying to be like
Bro, what
ruler
the
of the
fuck is
world,
this
bro.
shit?
This
Bro,
nigga's
what
at
is
the
this
end of
shit?
his life, and he's like, nigga, it will be written that I'm not going nowhere.
Yo, this
until I
what, bro,
so-
this what happens
let's-
when you let a businessman into office, gang.
Exactly.
See what happens,
delusional
bro.
ass
With
nigga.
failed businesses, by the way. Everybody,
He a
bankruptcy's a part of
he
business, man.
narcissistic
No,
nigga
he's about to
who
kill
is
everybody.
the pilot. He's the perfect pilot for all these weird ass, pedophile ass, corrupt ass niggas' ambitions. Because he's a narcissist.
Yep.
He a weird ass, corrupt ass, pedophile billionaire just like him, but he needs all the attention on this nigga at all times, regardless. They gotta talk about me forever. They gotta have me there until we gotta go past 2028. He's just so fucking self-absorbed that these niggas can shine a useless trinket in front of this nigga as long as it say good Trump.
Yep.
He take it.
Yep.
And that's exactly that's how this nigga figurehead. He might not be the most diabolical nigga plotting all these schemes, but that's why
That's
he's
what
their
makes him
figurehead.
dangerous.
That's what makes him dangerous because he's so susceptible. The fucking mush-brained fucking 70-plus-year-old in the White House.
Yeah.
Is so
Probably getting
susceptible
orders
to
from
outside.
fucking Marco Rubio and what's his name?
Yeah,
Stephen Miller and shit.
this nigga
like-
is so susceptible to the next thing that a nigga say to him. That like if the next thing is a nigga who want to invade a country for whatever fucked interest, he will do it.
Yep.
As
That's
long
what's
as you make me God King until I resign or die.
Literally, the fact of like what's terrifying is the fact that like this got approved. Like someone really like made this. For
They're
this.
serious.
He didn't do it. They're dead ass.
They're serious.
Yep, dead ass.
They're actually military
supposed to
posturing
vote
for
for this
invading
shit.
Greenland.
Yep. So let's look at this at a broader scale, right? Let's look at the video. NATO, right? So here you go. It's the Earth.
Oh,
you know what I'm
you're the nigga
saying?
be cooking.
Cooking. Got the little Earth, you know what I'm saying? The U.S., Canada, that's part of NATO. Greenland in there, you feel me? That's Greenland. You know what I'm saying? Pan over to the right side. There go the EU in that bit. You feel me?
Yeah. Oh.
So, if Trump were to invade Greenland, not only would we be fucked, but we would be double fucked.
We'd be fucked.
Why the fuck would you do that?
We'd be fucked in two ways. First of all, well, NATO has nuclear capability, of course.
Yep.
But also, it's either that we'd have to do hot war against them, or they'd fold and be like, we don't want to fight y'all. And if they do that, then it's kind of like the sentiments.
It's going to repeat itself.
No, it's kind of like the sentiments
we should take Canada next.
It's kind of like the sentiments that the Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney was talking about. Is that like the world order this is a rupture. Like it's cooked at that point. We already know that international law is always bent and like twisted when it comes to America. America, as a product of how strong we are, gets to get away with bending the rules. But they don't want to say that out loud because that means that the rules-based order doesn't actually apply to everyone equally.
Right.
So if we take Greenland and NATO does nothing,
it's over. New world order.
That's it. That means that America can just
do whatever we want.
Just do whatever. And
can just do whatever until we threaten like real ground invasion into one of these other countries like France or some shit. Then these niggas are, I guess we World War III. But do I think that they pressing the red button over Greenland? If I'm honest, I don't even think they are. Because they have shown that these niggas don't have a fucking spine. They would have did some shit already.
I've seen videos of people in Greenland basically saying that like Denmark, they don't really give a fuck about Greenland like that because they wanted a seat in the house because they wanted like
representation.
Yeah,
they don't fuck
big
with
land mass. They want to be amongst the people that got big land masses and shit. But at the same time, those same people are like, that doesn't mean that we want America to come in
if you look
and
at
take
polls,
our shit. Like,
if you look at polling of
like,
niggas who live in Greenland, like the majority of them are like kind of indifferent towards Norway, or maybe don't even like kind of fuck with them fully, but like they get not Norway, it's Denmark, right? But they get healthcare from them niggas.
Yeah.
If you ask them, do they want to become an American colony? They'll say,
they
no.
say fuck no.
They'll say, we'd rather
we're not
be independent. They want
Exactly.
independence first before they'd ever want to be a fucking American colony. They don't want us.
And
there.
somebody was like, "What? Okay, well, what if America gives like everybody $100,000 per person because it's like 57,000 people in Greenland?" They were like, "We're not." They said we're not about to give up free healthcare, free education, free all of this extra shit for $100K.
For $100K?
And some dumbass shit to come afterwards.
How
like
many
$100K? Like
people die each year from medical debt?
Like you gonna give the niggas in Greenland $100K?
From various causes like heart disease, cancer, suicide, while older research suggests over 26,000 deaths per year linked to lack of insurance, highlighting medical debts rolled in delaying career and worsening health outcomes.
And I'm
2 years, them niggas gone.
26K deaths per year.
I'm assuming
2 years, them niggas gone.
Well, I'm assuming that's before they just fucked up health.
That's before, you know, all the ACA premiums and all type of shit that still haven't been extended and all types of shit. But like this before that, 26K, let's just put the number at 26K.
So you're looking at
you're saying
good 30.
You're saying let's do low end. Let's say 20K. Say Google AI over counters, and let's say 20,000 people die each year. Yeah. For medical debt. Let that keep happening. Let's give 30,000 people, 50,000 people $100K.
Why?
If you gave them 20,000 for why?
Because we want to invade your fucking country
and take it.
And make a super city.
And then pay you and tell
AI
you to shut
super
the fuck
city
up.
or some shit.
So if the government couldn't dole out $100K to everybody who doesn't have health insurance, who's currently going through a
pandemic, or you know, the fact that we lost 50,000 jobs in 1 month, the fact
you have a baby, it's gonna take you around like 15K to actually
all of that to get
all of that, like
Greenland.
just to get that. I think that's the funny thing. It's like every single time it's like a fuck you.
Yeah.
It's always a fuck you to your face.
And here's why I think he's not talking about shit. He's not really finna do shit. It's because he's on his platform, Truth Social, and he's retruthing or retweeting shit like this. Let's see the last picture, right? And he retweets this one dude talking about, so at what point are we going to realize the enemy is within? China and Russia are the boogeyman when the real threat is the UN, NATO, and this quote unquote religion. I put religion in quotation marks because it's not a religion. It's a death cult.
Wait, what are we talking about?
What?
Why is he retruthing?
I don't know.
That describes him.
He's a geech.
That describes him.
And I'm looking at that. I'm like,
Being
okay.
a Trump supporter is a death call.
I'm like, you're saying the UN and NATO is the real threat, but I'm guessing he was trying to say like China and Russia aren't the real. I don't know what the fuck this nigga was trying to say. But at the same time, you're sending invitations to your board of peace to China and Russia.
It's just
You're
a bunch
saying
of
that you want. You're
posturing,
saying you want
gang.
Greenland because China and Russia could potentially take over Greenland, and that causes a major concern for U.S. citizens and all this extra shit. But you're giving an invitation to China and Russia to your board of peace.
We in 2026 still blaming China and Russia for shit.
We still blame them for shit.
Or like, this is how empires fall. Okay?
Yeah.
We were number one in many metrics. Cool. It doesn't have to be that way forever. When you ever find yourself on the side of, like, you can take issue with NATO and the UN. My issue with NATO and the UN is because all these things seem to have like morals and reasons by which we came about these rules, but none of them ever give a fuck about the actual rules, depending on like who it benefits or if it benefits America mainly. That's my issue. The real threat is the UN and NATO. So we should realign ourselves to start being adversarial to them. But the real threat is also China and Russia. But the real threat is also the narco terrorists in our backyards in Venezuela, because they're ready to attack us. But the real threat is also really all of South America, because the cocaine and the fentanyl. But the real threat's also Canada, because Canada should be the 51st state, because they get... So if the real threat is every goddamn nigga on the globe, you know who you are? Probably Hitler, probably Mussolini, probably Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
What are we fucking doing? Are we gonna keep letting these niggas dress up every single way to Sunday while we should just start doing imperialism from 1792? Like, what are we doing?
And at the same time, I also read up that like the U.S. has access to Greenland.
Yes, it's legal for U.S. to have troops in Greenland already.
And it's
legal for multiple countries to have
they barely put troops in Greenland.
There's nothing to...
They took our troops away. Remember when that nigga JD Vance went there earlier, and they niggas didn't want them there? They took our troops from there. We already had troops there because it's legal to deploy them there. Denmark even was like, yo, y'all could put more troops here if y'all want. We can negotiate with like energy shit. Like, what do y'all want? They have not heard none of that.
If they were to go to Denmark and was like, yo, can we build some military bases on Greenland? They most likely might say yes. And you put your troops there, cool. No. Why are you trying to take the base?
You want to know why? You want to know why? And this is the reason why I think that they will do it. I don't have all the it's the money, but I don't have all the details. But they're saying that nigga who they exonerated from prison, the Ecuadorian, the president, he came up, he helped orchestrate this model of like corporate company towns. Company town was like
AI town.
They still are trying to have them, and they're still trying to bring them back. I remember in Arizona they was talking about some shit for like a tech city, trying to build it up. But basically what it was back in the 1900s, people like Hershey, people like XYZ. I remember Hershey was a really like a famous one. I think Pullman too, the Pullman Rail Company. They had like, they would have these rich niggas who were the CEOs of the company, and then they'd start a business. And the main way you can get the profit from your customers is if you are from your workers, is if you are the only thing that they like have to buy. So they figured, why don't I just build a whole town? Yeah. That means when you have to live to come into work, your building is owned by me. You pay me that money. I pay your wages. I can garnish some of that. The grocery store is owned by me. The entire city and municipality
tax model.
Yeah. The entire city and municipality owned by the company. And then they used to pay their fucking workers in this thing called like scrip, which isn't even real money. It's like monopoly money that's only redeemable at the company stores.
Nigga, so it was like
now
V-Bucks.
It was like the end stage of capitalism where you don't even get paid real money. So you couldn't take your money elsewhere if you tried. You just live and are provided for by this one nigga who owns the whole company. The president who they got out of jail was a big help in creating a similar model like that in Ecuador or some shit back in the day with American companies, American billionaires or whatever, which is probably why he got pardoned. And now they're trying to, the PayPal niggas, Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, all them niggas are trying to build a similar thing, these AI tech cities in Greenland, allegedly. These niggas have been like trying to plan on this shit, and they just want to build up those cities, do all type of shit, mine the rare earth minerals and all type of shit. for AI, for the same class of niggas who've been pushing us here. That's why they want to get that. All of it is for them niggas. Trump is their little fucking scapegoat nigga who they get to run out there whose brain soup put that nigga name on the Peace Prize. And in the background, we're continuing these clandestine bullshit operations that we're trying to build company towns in other countries and colonize them for profit.
Yeah.
So I can have an escape to run to. So Peter Thiel can have an escape to run to in Greenland when he goes on his 80th ski resort of the year.
Yeah.
I've seen like.
What does that do for you, gang? What do we get from Greenland? What do we get?
I've seen like those concept towns where like it's just like they're very secluded and like you have your grocery store, of course, but it's like owned by one person. And I was like, I will always see it, and how can you clear that? It's just one big monopoly.
That's what it is, gang. These niggas want to take a country for these niggas so that they can do what? Bring back the faster version of AI. With Elon Musk, at minimum, it was like the Tesla car brand that he bought himself into. And that was a nice innovation because electric cars, XYZ. Now we're at a point where it's, okay, it's a slightly faster Google engine. What are we going to invade them and create next? Fucking a house made with one panel.
Another reason why we're fucked is like the
cutting corners to make the most money as possible.
What is so hard? What is so hard to just search up some shit? Hey, how do you run fast? But no, now you're, hey. In order for you to run fast, you got to, hold on, folks.
In order for you to run fast, you got to vote for Trump.
Perpendicular like D. Push off.
The thing that pisses me off about.
Get some more water. Yep. Use a little bit more than that.
The thing that pisses me off about that shit,
jump off buildings and shit.
all that water that he used just to tell you what you was looking for it to say anyway, because it's tailored to you and your search results. This is not an innovation that's moving. I remember we had talked about it. I think I said a similar thing. Like I remember from reading back in the day when they had like the railroad companies and the oil barons and all types of shit. That makes somewhat sense because we was, industrial revolution. These niggas have these companies. They're literally building the country. So, they're so beholden to everything. Now these niggas get away with, you can't even own a PC anymore. Let me give you a subscription. And them niggas get a country for that.
Yeah.
And y'all get a whole country.
A country
y'all
for that. At the behest of the president.
That's how you get Blade Runner shit.
Yes.
Yep. That's how you like actually kill people. The precedent we're setting is like, yo, we're fucked. Yeah. Because there's no way you finna invade this shit and think people gonna clear that. Because it's like, yo, if like the whole precedent is America can do whatever the fuck they want. They can take whatever they want. If you think these niggas are clearing that, you've lost it. Niggas are about to face the consequences of these capitalistic fucks.
The world has to come to a decision whether to stand up to America.
Nuke of doom and destruction.
Just like that.
They have to stand up against us, or else we will. Appeasement does not work, nigga.
These bitch ass niggas in the fucking office, they not doing shit either. The Congress niggas, bro.
Of course
you could have definitely, bro.
Peter Thiel and them got half
nobody
the
has
niggas
drafted
anyway.
up an article of impeachment of this nigga.
No, it's not popular.
That's like we're
shut down the
setting.
government at this point. Them should have been shut down.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that because the Dems actually do have another chance to shut down the government over something, which they're not gonna fucking do it. But
we're setting a lot of standards. We even got a standard of like it's okay for a soldier to point a gun at you in your own home.
It's okay for niggas to. It's okay for niggas to blind niggas.
It's okay for Chuck Schumer to be like, apologize. I don't know. We just gotta train them better, man.
That nigga can eat a dick.
About the doom of the day being ICE. Yes, that nigga can eat a dick because so there's a let's get into everything. So when we last talked about all this shit, we had just like gut reacted to the killing of Renee Good. We didn't really like talk about like everything that's happened kind of since then, right? But the section of the doom, this doom section is titled "The Confederacy Has Risen" because I hate myself for forgetting the name of these users, but there were a few people who I know were black women who have been really like pushing on this argument that I've been seeing that is a very correct and thoughtful argument about how the comparisons to the Nazis, what that does is it gives white people in the country or liberal people in the country or people in America this sense of like, oh, this is some far off, distant danger, foreign thing. This is not who America is. This could never be us. And that's why we have to, get back from it. But the correct perspective, at least in my opinion, the more correct perspective is this is all American violence. This is very reminiscent of what has happened in the past, not in Nazi Germany, but in Confederate America in the United States through the most of this country.
Yeah.
And using that's a threat that's homegrown, that's much more familiar, that everyone read in the history books was like, ugh. So they want to keep themselves in this illusion that shit could never happen. That shit is so far distant. It's not like us. That's why it's like the Nazis. But I've been saying this for a minute, and I've come to realize this, especially with the whole ICE thing. This is nothing more than what would have happened had the Confederacy won.
Yep.
If the Confederate-backed or the Democrat-backed candidate in 1860 would have won the election over Abraham Lincoln and started using the federal government's power, assuming that they got the will of the people, using the federal government's power to tyrannize fucking northern states, that would be what the fuck is happening right now. And it's scary to think about that in that way, because then what happens is what comes next, maybe civil war. Terrifying thought, right? But it's a thought that has to happen because these niggas keep pushing the fucking envelope. These niggas are literally doing just that because, oh yeah, all the Confederates didn't go nowhere. They just been fighting and taking different forms to get their get back. This has literally been years in making. That's why they've been writing the Project 2025, Heritage Foundation, been doing all this shit for 40 years.
They got
all type
8
of shit.
toes over the Civil War line, nigga.
They've been trying to get the get back for losing the Civil War and for losing the Civil Rights Movement. They lost both of those eras, and in both of those eras, it made them have to respect niggas. So they have not liked
only
that.
niggas, but women and and LGBTQ
and Jewish people
and Jewish people.
So they hate everything about that. Let's talk about how ICE is being utilized and weaponized right now, and why these are the modern day Confederate soldiers and the Klansmen. There is this really good source. ICE Witness. I'm gonna leave it in the description. Minnesota ICE Witness. It keeps a running tab of all the different instances of ICE agents attacking people, detaining people, killing people, all types of shit. It has it like timeline wise, very itemized. I'm gonna leave it. It's a very resourceful thing, especially right now. And I want to begin with the first clip that we can play, because this is picking up from right after Renee Good is murdered, and let's see how the Confederacy reacted.
Can I go check a pulse?
No! Back up! Now!
I'm a physician!
I don't care!
We understand. We got EMS coming. I get it. Just give us a second.
We have medics on scene. We have our own medics.
Where are they? Where are they? How can I relax? You just killed my fucking neighbor! You caught butter in the fucking face! You killed my fucking neighbor! How do you show up to work every day? How the fuck do you do this every day? You're killing my neighbors, you're stealing my neighbors, what the fuck, man?
And no medical assistance was provided until about 15 minutes later. We can pause here now. We now have on, and I'm gonna pull out my phone. Forgive me if I'm spending time switching back and forth between things, because I really do want to get this information correct. But we have on good information now, at minimum, that there was.
She had a post for like 8 minutes.
Yep.
Right?
There's credit. This is on the same website, icewitness.org. There's credible evidence that Good was alive for 8 minutes after being shot. She still had a pulse. This would have probably happened way less than 8 minutes after she was shot, because you could still see her like crash into the pole and she's still in the car. Agents waited 3 minutes to call 911 after the shooting. After brief medical assessment, agents left Good bleeding in the car. And when emergency responders arrived, Good was unresponsive, not breathing, and with an inconsistent, irregular, thready pulse activity. ICE agents were trained in CPR but did not perform it on Good. So for all you niggas, including Stephen A. Smith, who was just arguing 1 second ago, are trying to have this culture war argument about, was it justified, as though y'all haven't learned from George Floyd and all the other shit that has happened. Y'all niggas love to continuously do this every time.
Tricking that nigga Stephen A. out his spot, bro.
Not only are we talking about arguing and trying to justify, the multiple gunshots and all types of shit.
Yeah.
They didn't allow for him to render medical aid. Someone who is a doctor or a physician is following what's called their Hippocratic oath when they are probably not at work, but someone is injured and they need help and they want to do XYZ. You're supposed to let them go check the pulse. They say no, they impeded. And now we're finding out, if it's true that her pulse held on for about 8 minutes, then that would have been life-saving care right there.
That's a whole different conversation. Already calling 911 after 3 minutes is fucking wild.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. And like, to what you were saying about like the whole Stephen A. Smith and just everyone's response. It's so funny because it's like they can do that and they'll go home and get a bonus because it's $800 million in these niggas' pockets.
Yep. This is like the craziest part about this, right? So it begins here. Renee Good is murdered, and not only were they trying to cover shit up, now they're saying that there will be no investigation.
Yeah.
This is an article in The Guardian. Justice Department not investigating Renee Good killing in contrast to 2020 inquiry on George Floyd's death, because Trump was president when George Floyd was killed.
It's crazy how whenever he's president, niggas just die.
Yep. They said 6 years after the U.S. Department launched an immediate criminal investigation on the video recorded killing of George Floyd by a Minneapolis police officer, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche confirmed on Sunday that the department is not investigating the fatal January 7th shooting of Renee Good by an ICE officer in Minneapolis. Blanche, who was a former personal lawyer for Donald Trump before he won his second presidency, dismissed the need for any criminal investigation of Ross, which is the officer that murdered her, in an interview with Fox News. He suggested the officer was cleared by the publicly available video evidence. His quote was, "Look, what happened that day has been reviewed by millions and millions of Americans because it was recorded on phones," Blanche said. "The Department of Justice has a civil rights unit. We don't just go out and investigate every time an officer is forced to defend himself against somebody putting his life in danger. We never do. The Department of Justice doesn't just stand up and investigate because some congressman thinks we should, because some governor thinks that we should," Blanche said. "We investigate when it's appropriate to investigate, and that is not the case here."
Justly.
The footage that all of you saw of this cop making the incredibly poor decision to stand in front of a vehicle and put himself in danger, and then shot a woman while she was driving away 3 times in the head with his phone in his hand.
And then y'all left her to bleed
And then
out.
left her to bleed and denied medical care is not worth investigation. All of that was captured on footage. You can hear the words that she was speaking and everyone around was speaking, and it's not worth investigation. And they're trying to say that it's not because it's so clear cut by the video. That's the only thing they can do.
And like,
that's the
dang,
only
like,
thing these
yo,
niggas can
like,
do. Like,
they just killed this white woman in broad daylight. It go for anybody, y'all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Real.
So
And it can happen to anybody, real shit.
Yep.
At this point, bro.
They said the Deputy Attorney General's claim that the Justice Department Civil Rights Division never responds to public outrage over killings by law enforcement is contradicted by the fact that during the first Trump administration, the U.S. Attorney in Minnesota and the FBI announced 3 days after George Floyd was killed that it was conducting a robust criminal investigation with the Department of Civil Rights Division. So we've reached the point where it was so brazen that these niggas have no other defense, no other way to spin it, XYZ, other than just saying, yeah, we saw that video too, and nothing was wrong.
I mean, did we see J.D. Vance's statement? He had like 3 different statements talking about, well,
they have immunity.
I think the first one he was saying that like he wasn't sure, like he knew what happened, but like he didn't want to blame it on either side. Then the second one went to straight bullshit.
Yeah, because he probably got chewed out because all these people are just
because they all fucking bet that all these niggas was anti-Trump 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every single one.
Everybody
Vance
in there
was calling him Hitler. Fucking Ted Cruz was like, this isn't the way the party's
Mark Rubio was saying,
yeah, Marco Rubio.
Patel.
And then the nigga got 2% in the electorate and started dick sucking Donald Trump after he lost that primary. Like, all these niggas are slime ball ass politicians.
Yeah.
And they made the calculus that the wind is blowing this way to Donald Trump. So whatever I said about the nigga, no, I didn't. And now we're here. We just seen Shorty get murked.
Yeah.
And they not even doing an investigation, gang. That's why this conversation about ICE has to take a completely different tone. Yep. Because what do you mean an agent of the federal government can snipe a nigga who wasn't doing anything and just...
Y'all left unchecked, what, 800 million. Y'all could just do whatever y'all want.
So, this is why I say this, right? The Democrats have a very interesting thing that they could be doing, right? Because now there's a partial government shutdown that should be set to happen, I think, January 30th, if they don't get like these appropriations, this money like passed or whatever. And there's a part of the spending bill that's for Department of Homeland Security. And it says, this is an article in The Hill. DHS bill emerges as a key point of contention among Democrats angered over ICE. Say House Democrats are pushing a contentious Department of Homeland Security spending bill that would allow tens of billions of dollars to flow to U.S. immigration and customs enforcement. Endorsing that bill would carry forward a huge spike in funding to ICE. Rep. Rosa DeLaurano, a senior Democrat at the House Appropriations Committee, said.
Yeah, like we need more funding to ICE.
Yep.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Jesus.
You know who them niggas that voted for that?
No, it hasn't been voted on yet. I think they're meeting on it and discussing it today. It says, Ro Khanna says it's a moral disgrace. It has an $18 billion plus up for the ICE agency. They're tripling the ICE's budget at a time that ICE is ripping American citizens out of their cars and shooting American citizens. Ilhan Omar said she will not vote to give ICE 1 single cent. Saying no more blank checks for a rogue agency that operates above the law, escalates violence, and erodes our most basic freedoms. The DHS bill includes a few targeted reforms aimed at appeasing Democrats, including a $115 million reduction in funding for ICE enforcement and removal operations. That's specifically enforcement and removal operations, not the whole agency. A decrease of 5,500 ICE detention beds, which I'm not even sure if that's a good thing, because that doesn't mean they're going to let niggas out. They're probably just going to keep them.
Yeah, they don't give.
And a $1.8 billion cut in Border Patrol funding, and it strengthens oversight through the Office of the Inspector General. The article goes on to say, but those figures are a drop in the bucket relative to the funding increases for Immigration and Customs Enforcement by the big bullshit ass Bill Act. They gave them $75 billion.
Holy shit.
You had a really deep.
And now they're talking about
75 million, 75 billion.
That's $18 billion a year
to ICE.
And that's another funding.
$30 billion to Israel, nigga.
Yeah. By the way, Ro Khanna did just vote on that bill that gave $3.3 billion more to fucking Israel, saying he didn't see it. So
he didn't see it.
He didn't see it.
Yeah.
So,
he didn't see it.
So this is where we're at.
Oh my God,
like,
dog.
Okay.
He didn't see it.
I'm like,
right?
Damn, nigga, nobody on your team can read.
You didn't see
You're
it.
in
Nobody
the
read the whole
government.
thing.
So they killed a nigga in broad daylight and said, we're not going to investigate this shit.
And niggas skimming through fucking bills.
And niggas skimming through talking about, we need to adapt modest reforms. And let's give this money. Let's get a 0.001% budget cut on Border Patrol. And that'll be good, gang. Y'all, they killed a nigga and then unilaterally decided we not gonna tell you what happened. Can we act within our authority as people who are elected in the government to be like, this is fucked. We need to shut this shit down over it, because what does that mean if the federal government can deploy a nigga, they can kill someone and we don't know what happened? What does that mean? That means that they can and will do it. And they're sending more and more troops. They already outnumber the police in Minnesota, gang. This is why I'm telling you, this Civil War scenario, you're there already.
Yep.
You're in the years leading up. They had bleeding Kansas before they had fucking Fort Sumter, nigga. Yeah. They had people killing each other in Kansas over the concept of, will it be a slave state or a free state? Niggas went there and was so passionate about the shit and was riots and was killing each other before it actually got here. Now we're talking about soldiers who are accountable to nobody. Going in blue cities,
your
killing.
You got exactly. That's what car washer is now an ICE agent with a gun.
It's Civil War shit. You got people with no jurisdiction holding guns and getting sent the day of to a city and kill.
They saying that nigga had PTSD. They said that nigga John Ross had PTSD because he was dragged by a car trying to bust in another nigga's car. Being an ICE agent a while ago. So why are you on
the that's the thing, right? Like, you can tell, and that was the problem I had when they even started this shit. It's like half these niggas is off the loose. You getting them from we had the conversation of like even where you're getting these people from. Some of these niggas is ex-military, ex-whatever. They are nuts.
They're legit nuts. And this gets back into the systemic problem with ICE, because the reason why a lot of those people are ex-military is because ICE was formed right after 9/11, and has had, since its formation, been increasing the ability of which the government has to like spy on niggas, to racially profile minorities in an effort of counterterrorism. But we're gonna get into all that, and that's why you see so many nut-ass niggas who are working in that fucking agency. But currently, ICE is allowed to roam around. And we was just getting told a story from our homie, like people got group chats. Parents got group chats with their kids, like where they constantly monitor when ISIS circle around the school or whatever to know whether or not they got to go out and escort people.
That's ridiculous.
And all type of shit. This is
That's
why
the
we
world
call
we live
them.
in.
This is why we call them Confederates.
Yeah.
This is why the Confederate has risen again, because that's what, you know what that sounds like? The Underground Railroad.
It does.
gang.
Yep.
It does.
You know what the Underground Railroad? It wasn't a railroad underground, nigga. It was a network of people who were just communicating with each other to be like, hey, yo, if we see slaves come through here, you cannot let the authorities know that slaves was coming through here because they just trying to escape to their freedom.
Yeah.
You got wine moms in the middle of Minnesota
It's not
on the phone like, yo, are the agents outside? All right, I'm going to come out and escort my kid. That's some slave patrol shit, gang.
Border Patrol murked the father in Portland. So it's like, yo.
Border Patrol.
Portland,
Oregon.
I just seen a video.
Was it Canadian Border Patrol? It was not.
I just seen a video of these two ICE agents. They literally, guns drawn, just goes inside of a restaurant, arrest some people. Guns drawn for what?
Power.
Guns drawn for power tripping
fear.
and knowing that they will not be held accountable.
Yeah, they know at
They've
this
said
point,
that
they
in
know
no
that they are
uncertain
immune.
terms that it will not be held
That's
accountable.
why the conversation shouldn't be it should not be framed to whether this death is justified or not.
Yeah.
The conversation should be framed as they shouldn't even be there.
Bro,
Like,
abolish ICE.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Abolish
literally what
ICE.
it is.
gonna
And
get
even
to
like,
be the period.
yo, even the mayor, like, yo,
Jacob Frey.
yo,
We
yo,
have
pussy, nigga.
We gonna get there. We gonna get there.
Like,
But some would say that abolishing ICE as a narrative is the problem. By some, I mean the New York Times and Atlantic.
Of course. Jesus.
I was researching. I find this article in the Atlantic.
Oh my God.
And it pretty much just encapsulates the entirety of the problem with these niggas right now. The Democratic Party and the consultants that are flat-footed in this moment.
Yep.
Abolish ICE is back, and it's making some Democrats anxious, is the piece in the Atlantic by Elaine Godfrey. And one fucking paragraph stood out to me. Like I almost a few paragraphs stood out to me, and I just want y'all to listen to it. In this article, she goes on to say, she's talking about AOC and her stance on it, saying she still does support shutting down ICE. She then goes on to say, the overarching concern for Democrats like Gentleson is that members of their party seem to not have absorbed a crucial lesson from the recent elections, that Republicans can and will use Democrats' own words against them. In 2022, for example, blah, 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 this person, Wisconsin Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes lost his primary challenge by only a hair after it came to light that Barnes had previously signaled support for abolishing ICE and defunding the police. So Atlantic is asserting that those are the reasons why he
that
lost
you
that
lost
election.
and you thinking those are right.
Vice President Kamala Harris' own mixed record on immigration was fodder for Republicans during the 2024 election cycle, which famously did not turn out well for Harris or the party. Republicans spent $741 million on immigration-related ads, according to an estimate from a nonpartisan policy organization. The reason why that pisses me off, and it's not
Mind
the
you,
only
that's
one.
before Renee Good got shot in the face, guys. What are we
That
talking
was
about?
before,
we
niggas
saying
out here running in people's homes.
They're saying
the
that
reason that
they're saying that abolishing ICE should not be something that we buy into because it's an unpopular position that they embraced before, and it caused us to lose the election because they didn't take Democrats seriously on immigration.
Did we mention a poll of people that are against ICE right now?
Oh, yeah, no, that's not even counting right now, because right now that's crazy, considering that the plurality opinion, when it comes to approve and oppose, it's about 43 to 45% supporting abolish ICE, which it was 19% back in 2019. Right now, it's 43%. In other polls, it's above the majority of people in the Democratic Party that support abolishing ICE currently. So not only
meaning
that,
that if somebody ran on fucking abolishing ICE, they'd have a better chance of.
And even then, why are we doing this means testing? Is it 50% or 51% that think that we should stand up for when niggas are violating the Constitution?
Yeah.
And shoot
Run
them
on
in
it.
the face.
Yeah.
Yes. So this assertion that the reason why Kamala lost and the Democrats lost is because they didn't take you seriously on immigration because some of you maybe supported abolish ICE is the craziest thing. When I saw Kamala word for word saying the argument that oftentimes I was also saying, talking about how the Republicans passed the most right-wing fucking border security bill when she was running, and then killed it on purpose so that they could bash the Democrats about immigration, how they don't want to do nothing.
Yeah.
A Democrat and a Republican drafted up this fucking right wing in any other country since border bill, where they got more military, more funding for ICE and border protection, all types of shit, but also some more funding for judges and all types of shit, whatever. And a Republican drafted up that bill. The Democrats said, yeah, cool, we want to be bipartisan. And the Republicans killed it. And Trump told them specifically to kill it because it's a political football they want to throw.
Yeah, no, it's
so for the Atlantic to then follow that up by saying, oh, you want to do something different with immigration? You want to abolish ICE? Last time they said that didn't work. That's not the reason why the Democrats lost.
No.
It's because the Democrats have systemically failed since 9/11 to come up with any fucking immigration approach that isn't throw more military, kind of be diet Republicans, and then act like you're different.
It's narrative warfare, gang. Because like when that time traveler got shot in the neck, it was like then the narrative with that was, yeah, it's the left fault. Y'all don't even want to address gun control, none of that.
Hell no.
I mean, we still with the whole ass nigga Gavin Newsom.
Oh
bro.
yeah,
Yo, Gavin Newsom
this article continues. The slogan conjures a not so distant time in American politics when even the highest profile Democrats, under pressure from progressives, embraced a host of deeply unpopular positions, including defunding the police and decriminalizing border crossing.
Unpopular positions.
Many members of the party blame this period, at least in part, for the return of Donald Trump. They're desperate to not relive it. Oh my God, deja vu all over again, says Liz Smith, a National Party strategist.
Yo, these niggas' heads are in they fucking ass, gang.
When niggas said defund the police, that created Donald Trump coming back, gang. What planet are we living on? And who defunded the police? Every police department update.
Nigga, he made his own police department. Nigga, what? What are we
If anything, over the last 10,
crazy.
15 years, 20 years.
Oh my God.
If anything, over the last 10 to 15 to 20 years, bro, we've done anything but defund the police.
What are we talking
Let's talk about it.
All of the Democrats
Unpopular
that
positions made y'all lose. No, nigga, it's because motherfuckers don't have a spine.
Also, who ran on abolishing ICE?
What are we talking
Was
about?
Kamala's position to abolish ICE in 2024?
No.
Was Joe Biden's position to abolish
No,
ICE?
so where are you even getting any of this data from the last...
Progressive
Were these niggas
said, 5 progressive niggas said we should abolish ICE, and they're
in a
trying
random
to blame,
street interview.
and they're trying to blame that for the reason why Trump left, not the reason
Nigga,
that
off of 5 Casamigos shots. Yeah, boss.
not the reason why we know they lost. The reason why we know the Democrats lost is because it's very hard for the status quo to win against a populist nigga.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether or not he's a Nazi. If you're connecting with people on a common level and trying to make everything about their issues, and say you give them a wrong answer, you say it's the brown people's fault. You're giving niggas an answer. When you tell people, actually, no, it's okay. And then the next year when your political party is not in power, everything's going to shit just so you can get back in power. People see through the bullshit eventually. And the 25,000 a month for home buyers wasn't something that's speaking to niggas in the same way as if you said we're gonna do a universal housing program where we do a wealth tax and we build like affordable and nice quality housing to get rid of this homelessness thing. That's not what you can do because there's so much money invested on the Democratic side that they have to tweak around.
But that's why you see through it, because you see like you can have a concept like that, but then you see where they actually putting their money in.
Exactly. So let's look at
It's that pigeonhole.
Let's look at this continuation of let's look at the continuation of not meeting the moment. Now let's take a look at clip number 2. Gavin Newsom had Ben Shapiro on his podcast this time. So remember at the very beginning when this nigga had the Charlie Kirk and all type shit, we were like, what the fuck, nigga? Why are you trying to kowtow to the right in order to make your presidential run as though like niggas are gonna go for that? Well, the other day he does the same thing. He has Ben Shapiro on, and
mind you, this is after months though of niggas riding this nigga dick saying how he was the second coming.
Because his staffers have been firing on niggas on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever, and saying the progressive shit just for Gavin Newsom to come out and bucket later because he don't want to piss off the rich people.
Because he's fucking performing.
Performative as a motherfucker.
And we can see through it.
What happens when Ben Shapiro goes on a podcast? The nigga who hates Republicans and is our fighter, by the way.
was a narrative that was immediately pushed by the Trump administration and Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem, that she was a domestic terrorist who was attempting to run over officers with her car and was legitimately trying, not just this officer, but multiple officers. That was the original statement. I said at the time, I thought that was untrue. And then your press office tweeted out that it was state-sponsored terrorism, which, I mean, Governor, I do have to ask you about that. That sort of thing makes our politics worse.
Can we pause real quick?
It does.
Yeah. So he's saying, did he say that his press officer said that ICE was...
Yes, his press office, after they killed Nicole Good, tweeted out that this was state-sponsored domestic terrorism.
Okay.
Let's actually finish up how Gavin responds.
And our ICE officers obviously are not terrorists.
Yeah.
A tragic situation is not state-sponsored terrorism.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I mean, when AOC said this week that ICE should be abolished, you disagree?
Oh, I disagree when I think... a candidate for president by the name of Harris said that in the last campaign. I came out.
Blame it on a black
I
woman.
remember being on Chris Hayes hours later saying, I think that's a mistake. So absolutely.
There was still no evidence that Kamala Harris ever said
that, and you blame
it on
ICE wasn't even like, wait,
it wasn't
okay.
even, they weren't even in the.
They weren't mobilized. They didn't have the budget yet.
She
like, what
said
are
that
you
they were going
talking about?
to use federal agents. They're going to weaponize the military against citizens, which is what they're trying to do.
It was in Project 2025.
Kamala Harris never said anything about abolishing
damn thing
ICE.
about fucking ICE,
And
bro. What is this
what
nigga
has just
talking
happened
about?
here?
This nigga
Is this nigga yet again has just
getting
allowed
bitched on his own show.
Getting bitched on his own show and allowing a nigga who said that fucking brown people just live in huts and bomb shit to woke scold you about how your rhetoric is not making our politics better.
That's
Ben
fair.
Shapiro.
He's so performative. I see him on every fucking
Ben
interview.
Shapiro the other month was advocating
Say,
that
look,
Derek Shaw
that's
can be pardoned.
Yeah.
And he's telling Gavin Newsom that his politics and his
It's
rhetoric
not
is
good
not
for the
making
country.
the country
It's not
better.
making it better.
And
That's
Gavin
fair.
Newsom, that's
fair.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, you
What
hate,
did he say? What did he say
hate
when
the right
Matt
so
Barnes
much.
asked him about Israel?
Interesting.
That's interesting. No, it was when Van Lathan.
Van Lathan.
It's just interesting.
Interesting.
What are we doing? He not only has he just torched his fucking run.
Yeah,
he
he just
also
fried his
He
run.
also in this interview agreed with Ben Shapiro that there's not a genocide in Gaza.
Did he?
Yes, word for word was like, yeah, I disagree that there's a genocide in Gaza. He
done for.
pulls him to
bye,
the
nigga.
right has been celebrating because he puts him in a bind. He's like, yeah, AOC said abolish ICE. Do you agree? He said, no, I don't agree.
Yo,
what are we fucking doing? Are you
He's
niggas
the savior.
serious?
You really
That's
want to make
savior.
that like
He been
president
getting
run
paid.
game?
Yeah,
Like, that is horrible,
He is
bro.
a nigga who's trying to have his cake and eat it too.
He been
Yeah,
getting
He
paid.
It's a
wants
lot
to
of- it's
cozy
a
up
lot
to the
of- yeah.
right wing / center / Democrat with money adjacent class so that they give him all the money when he runs.
Yeah.
But he wants to frame himself to the Democratic social base as a fighter who I'm gonna get on these Republicans' ass. How are you gonna get on these Republicans' ass?
Aaron,
Like you sane wash them every fucking
that's
second.
why,
Yeah.
and that's why we have problems like this, because y'all niggas once again play the
They
middle.
take that
You're
money, bro.
trying to get the benefit of it, but no. That's how we have shit like this.
Can we
bro.
play clip number 3 really quick? Because these are the people who aren't terrorists.
Shame on you.
Listen. Have y'all not learned from the past couple of days? Have you not learned?
Learned what? What's our lesson
Your
here?
local gas station
what
clerk,
do you want us
y'all.
to learn?
Following federal agents.
Give me my phone back. No, you
She's grabbing her phone.
It's legal to follow federal agents, by the way. You can drive behind them in your car. That's legal.
Nuts.
Have you not learned? Learned from what? This is right after Nicole Good got murdered.
Yeah, that's what.
Have
That's
you
the
not
context.
learned?
Have you not learned?
Renee Good. I mean, Renee Nicole.
So they're
yeah.
saying we can do that shit.
Sit the fuck
Do you
down.
not get it?
Sit the fuck
Understand
down.
the program.
Or we gonna shoot you.
That's why this
Can we
dumb.
play? Can we play real quick? Can we play clip 4?
Yeah, let's play the last one.
That's also not terrorists.
Officer knew you were trying to
Yes,
leave.
the officer knew I was trying to leave.
The ICE officer.
Yes, he literally saw us trying to leave, and they threw 3 flashbangs at my car. Wasn't nobody even around my car.
And they hit the outside of your car?
Yes, they hit the outside and under my car.
And under. Outside and under.
Look.
Do you know how many were thrown?
3.
3 tear
Look at the car seat.
And I had to snatch my damn kids out the car.
Car seat.
That's
You got
Sean.
children.
That's Sean Jackson.
His baby's in the hospital,
Him and his
right?
family were
Yeah.
leaving a relative's home after his son's basketball game, reportedly, when ICE agents deployed flashbang grenades and tear gases under his SUV. 6 children ranging from 6 months to 11 years old were inside the vehicle.
Terrible.
6-month-old baby stopped breathing and required CPR. 3 other children were hospitalized. And
Follow
Gavin
the program.
Newsom is sitting there in front of
Yeah,
the nigga
like that's
who
what it
has
is.
been
You are
the
like-
chief defender of the
That's fair.
Nazis for a whole
That's fair.
decade. He wrote an entire book where he categorizes the black people in the book as just brooding, marauding. Like, it's the most weird ass, warped ass. It sounds like some like phrenologist nigga with the skull shit from the 1900s was writing a fucking like porn anime about fucking black people and brown people and terrorism and shit. Ben Shapiro's work. He's not a nigga who should be taken seriously or regarded as sane at all. But he's been trying to make himself appear that way. And what does Gavin Newsom do? Like a pussy, allow him to get that
Allows
off.
it.
Yep.
This is what we're talking about on
That's
the ground,
fair.
gang. And these niggas just said we're not investigating someone who just got shot in the head. What do you call that? You call that state-sponsored terrorism. You listen to your advisors, nigga.
Double A.
Yeah.
And then
If you're not a pussy.
And then like it's fucked up because it's like then like what do you give the people? What do they do? The
You give
people
them
in Cal-
Cory Booker.
The people in California
saying that you need body cams. You give them Richie Torres saying we need QR codes.
You give them Chuck Schumer. They just got to be trained better, bro.
You get Jacob Frey saying get the fuck out of Minneapolis, but then also
And then-
nah,
I
them, no.
Get out of
That-
Minneapolis so they
I
can go
saw
torture some
so
other people in a
many
different state.
interviews. The best you could do is say fuck on an interview. The best you can do is say fuck.
Performative.
That nigga went
Fuck
on a
out of
press.
Minneapolis,
Hey,
man. That'll do it.
This is how
That'll do it.
this is how spineless these people are. They go on a press run for the littlest things. Y'all perform because y'all perform on both sides.
So let's talk about
Y'all niggas
the
are
final piece of
actually
this.
crazy, bro.
The final piece of this. That Atlantic article, by the way, cites over and over again multiple different think tanks, and I legit Googled one of them because I had a bad feeling in my stomach. One of them
felt the
was
disturbance in
called
the universe.
Searchlight Institute. Gets cited multiple times about how like we shouldn't be doing this because many insiders, many strategists, many consultants, the Searchlight Institute saying XYZ. So I Google, I'm like, oh, what's the Searchlight Institute? This is an article from the Real News Network. It says, "Build your guide to the billionaire-backed groups working to push Dems to the right in 2026." What if Democrats' brand is in the toilet, not because of wealthy donors, Silicon Valley or Wall Street have influence on their politics, blah, 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 pro-free trade, all type shit. This is the general theory being promoted by Senator John Fetterman's former chief of staff, Adam Jesselson, and his team of centrist operators who last week launched the Searchlight Institute, a new think tank making a similar pitch.
Just started.
That to the majority of Democrats pack, that the Democrats' central problem is that they have become too woke.
And the Atlantic is citing it as a source
for why we should not be saying abolish ICE. They're actively trying to kill the momentum around abolish
As a
ICE.
1 week old source, gang.
A 1 week old think institute.
1 week.
Take it as law.
From John Fetterman.
From John Fetterman.
The nigga who got elected as a Democrat and immediately turned coat and is the biggest Israel dick sucker on the planet.
This girl just got shot in the face, and these
girls got
made a
shot in the
pitch,
face.
and they just
Baby just got tear gas, couldn't even breathe.
So let's take
Don't
a step away
abolish
from all
ICE,
the
though.
bullshit and make the case. There has been an Abolish ICE Act introduced in Congress from Congressman Sri Thanidar from Michigan.
What are up with these names, nigga? Greek mythology ass names. Fuck? Nigga, what the fuck?
From the 13th district of Michigan, he did introduce the bill that would have dismantled the U.S. Immigration Customs Enforcement, saying since ICE's establishment in 2003, they've prioritized aggressive enforcement and violence rather than due process. Americans are being terrorized. Last year, I introduced a legislation to end qualified immunity for ICE agents, ensuring that they're held accountable when they break the law. But the killing of Renee Nicole Good has proved that ICE is out of control and beyond reform. We must fundamentally change the way we approach immigration. It's time to abolish ICE.
Yes.
Yep.
Whoever don't vote on that
I was
motherfucker.
just about to say that. We
Y'all know
looking
what
for them
time-
names, bro. If you don't vote on that, you obviously don't want another seat.
This entire page with the act goes into multiple different instances, 10 different instances of ICE going out of control, especially since Trump came about. And it says, in general, beginning on the date of the enactment of the act, no federal funds may be made available to carry out any of the functions, duties, or responsibilities assigned, delegated to the Director of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement pursuant to the Homeland Security Act of 2002. All the other money will be redirected to other agencies that they have, and the abolishment date is effective 90 days after the enactment of this act. That is how you do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the reason why you should do that. What are we gonna do if we don't have ICE agents?
We're gonna find out another fucking way to get these human beings out the country if that's what y'all niggas want.
The case for
so
abolition.
bad, bro. Like,
This is an opinion piece in Common Dreams. The author of this piece makes a very compelling argument, and I do want to finish off reading some of that. Between 2015 and 2021, ICE agents were involved in at least 59 shootings across 26 states and 2 U.S. territories. At least 24 people were killed and 24 people were injured, 23 killed. A 2018 Los Angeles Times review of ICE activities found that more than 1,500 cases of the agency wrongfully arresting and targeting U.S. citizens for deportation and prolonged detainment. This includes Davina Watson, a U.S. citizen who was illegally detained by ICE in 2008 and spent 1,273 days in their custody. The agency faced no consequences for it.
Nuts.
This article makes the case that not only should we abolish ICE, we should be talking about abolishing and completely restructuring the Department of Homeland Security.
Yeah.
Because the reasons why they were created, as he sees, the primary mission of ICE is to prevent the acts of terrorism by targeting the people, money, materials, and support that support terrorist and criminal activities. Under DHS, immigration control is not first and foremost. It's counterterrorism is the main thing because it was developed in the wake of 9/11.
Yeah.
This is why ICE has such a broad and invasive policing powers, why Republicans have insisted for years that terrorists are entering the country, what they're still saying, on the U.S.-Mexico border, and why the Trump administration designated groups like Tren de Aragua and all types of other terrorist organizations.
Gotta make it fit the story.
Yeah. Final piece being, they're saying one might object that abolishing DHS would make America vulnerable to terrorism. However, 3 points that are worth emphasizing. First, prior to DHS, the U.S. already had counterterrorism measures. For instance, the CIA reporting to Bill Clinton. They said the CIA and they reported to Bill Clinton about 9/11 before 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. On top of that, at the time of the founding, there was a lot of split amongst the Democratic Party already because it could curtail a lot of civil liberties. The answer to all of this shit is getting back to a point that we are not thinking in this post 9/11 counterterrorism lockdown mindset.
Yeah.
And in order, we had INS, I believe, was our immigration services beforehand. Before we had ICE in 2003. We had different departments that were already serving all these functions. They just weren't militarized and partnering with Palantir and shit to do fucking spy technology where they're tracking your phones and shit.
Yeah.
That's the shit where it's way too much overreach and we need to demilitarize how we do immigration enforcement.
Yeah.
That should have been the case.
Like,
and
the failure to be into restaurants with guns to ask a nigga for some papers.
Exactly. The failure to think of anything else in that regard is exactly why we're right here right now.
Yeah.
So the final thing that I typed up was the only other way that that model works though is if we stop doing Venezuela shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
we have to.
Also there were a lot of foreign policy reasons why 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
Yep. Like we just
so if y'all are gonna keep creating terrorists across the world and then keep restricting Americans' freedoms to protect them from the terrorists that you're creating, how about you just stop creating the terrorists?
Yeah,
that's why you don't kidnap their president. That's why you don't invade Greenland. Yeah, that's why you don't become a warmonger.
That's why, because it's like you'll invade Greenland and then what? You're gonna leave the consequences up to us? Like, because y'all are actively just making terrorists.
I mean, you wonder
y'all are the terrorists.
Yes.
You wondering why you looking over your back or looking over your shoulder every 5 seconds? It's because, bro, you're the aggressor. So of course you think somebody gonna come get you at some point.
Exactly.
And that's the American problem.
And as of right now, now we're in a situation where there's been this increased public-private partnership between ICE. Just like when they did that raid on South Shore, and they was talking about there was a private investor that wanted to flip that building.
Yeah.
When these forces are at play and there's so much money involved, that's why we talk about abolition. Same thing with private prisons. you're going to have a perverse incentive to keep your quotas, to do whatever shit. And especially if you're working with moneyed interests, you're going to keep wanting them to push further.
Yeah.
You don't reform that system. You get rid of that system, or you take the profit incentive completely out of that system, which would effectively also get rid of that system.
Yeah.
And right now, what niggas need to start talking about, regional leaders, mayors, governors, all types of shit, in my mind, we need to start talking about regional alliances.
Yeah.
I don't know what the logistics, what the legal side is of it, but we need to be talking, making sure our National Guards are cooperating, or our government officials are cooperating for how do we defend the people in this region in the event that this federal government continues to aggress and attack.
And they will.
That's what that
if people think they're not going to try to get Greenland, they will. They genuinely will. And
they're aggressing on literally everything right now. And again, it's in the nature of the Confederacy to do exactly this shit. So it's either we're going to stand up at a certain point and be like, okay, now we're throwing the states' rights argument there with validity, or we're going to keep doing the Jacob Frey. Say fuck.
Yeah.
And then whenever
I said a bad word. Yeah, man.
As much as like, kind of like going back to the ICE conversation, as much as it almost like seemed hopeless and you see so many forces, I'm still like, yo, I'm so happy at people's responses, gang. Like that shit happened in Minneapolis with, I think it was like a Nazi. It was like a Nazi guy.
Jake Lang or some shit like that.
Niggas they whooped his ass. They pulled him out the car. They whooped his ass.
Dumbass
and they was all storming him. You seen the niggas from the Black Panther Party with the guns. They not playing that shit. No one is going for that, bro.
Either you get with it or you get out the fucking way. Now is the time where you got to start defending your people. You need spines. You need moral clarity.
And that's exactly.
I seen people holding down their neighborhoods with ARs and shit. I seen it was this other right-wing dude that went over. Niggas stole his camera. It was like a $10,000 camera. They stole all his equipment. He's like, the motherfucker drove by. I think he was aiming the camera out the window. They stole the camera from this nigga. So he hops out the car and tries to like hold on to the other car while it's driving down the street.
Yeah.
He eventually let go. He's like, they just stole my camera. Everybody was like, why the fuck are you here? Get the fuck out of here.
Collaborationists or supportive of the fascist modern day Nazi party that are using Nazi slogans just offhandedly does not make you an adult, Gavin Newsom. Jacob Frey. Does not make you mature, Ben Shapiro.
This isn't some edgy joke.
It makes you a fascist collaborator. It makes you a Nazi sympathizer.
Exactly.
And we will remember that.
And what I want to do to those people is, yes, your life should not be made comfortable at all. It should be a burden for you to live in a society that respects the rule of law, that respects people's rights, that respects international law. It should be bad for you. I'm happy that them niggas are getting their shit taken. I'm happy that these niggas are getting exposed for what they are, because at this point, a decade in to the Fourth Reich,
there's no excuse.
You niggas
there's no excuses.
There's no excuse.
And I say that to say what the reaction is like, yo, Gavin Newsom, if you think you're gonna play this middle for a while, your people not finna go for that.
I'm about to say, they finna give you a lot of money when you run for president, gang. But I don't know how you gonna dodge some questions, gang.
Because you're literally the problem.
You're setting yourself up. You're setting yourself up to give yourself middling answers, and then you're gonna depress people's want to come out and vote, and then bang out. We have another era.
That's, bro, it keeps going right back to that pigeonhole shit, man. These niggas pigeonhole themselves every chance.
Every single.
And if you think you gonna get on that debate stage and niggas not finna fry you, bro, you're done.
I'm not with it. That's not what the answer has to be. It does not have to be that way anymore. The information is publicly available, and we all see through this shit. Now it's time to get creative. Now we throw out the old playbooks that wasn't working. Stop hitting me with this bullshit. Let's imagine something different. And the niggas who are paid to imagine the same shit, well, fuck you niggas, and we'll keep moving.
Even
but we have to
Brandon Johnson had said something about ICE. I forgot what he said.
He said abolish it because he's not a pussy.
That easy, gang.
Zoran Mamdani said abolish it because he's not a pussy.
Not a pussy. That's
my red line. You niggas don't say it. You're a pussy.
You're a pussy.
You're a pussy.
Straight like that.
Cool. It's straight like that, because what are we doing at this point? Stop it. This was created for a purpose. The purpose that is not serving right now. And if your foreign policy ambitions match up with where we should be domestically, you'd make that call: abolish ICE, end the wars, and the imperialism.
Yep.
Well, that saves a lot of fucking energy and resources and a lot of lives.
And lives. Yeah.
Forget about that dollar.
They will pay you to tell you no better answer as possible.
Yeah, you a mayor and you got a fucking podcast. Yeah,
But we appreciate y'all coming through for yet another episode. Joe Biden episode of the Jam. Big 4.
Interesting, bro.
Interesting. If you guys did enjoy, again, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow the podcast on all the platforms. As always, follow us on all of our individuals. MJ.
What you on, Matt?
Yo, that nigga Charlie Kirk was really a time traveler. Like, that's really crazy, gang. SoulStudios.com.
Candace Owens.
Hey, be the artist. This nigga here, bro.
If you too want to be a time traveler,
join the Patreon.
Hey, that actually works though. Patreon.com/thejaampod. You'll see videos that won't come out yet.
Oh my God. Actually, realistically, so go on ahead.
Be a
and do
time
that.
traveler.
Thank you guys. We love you so very much. Have an awesome day and night wherever you may be, and keep your head high. See you.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.
Thank you for watching this long. If you haven't already, subscribe. What is you doing?
What is you doing?
What are you doing? You think we just sitting here doing it for nothing?
You think you're gonna sit here and not
Need
shit?
to
Like
eat. I know you're not subscribed. Click it.
Cool.